Fuck, record as well. Before I forget. Was I also the fly to for Academy? This always crossed my mind. It's like I never really went here. Here's all the cafeteria, school store, biology lab, art room, home ec room, staff room, director's office, nurse's office, schoolyard. Hey, the nurse's office. Schoolyard, classroom 1A, classroom 1D, classroom 2G, your dorm room. You'll see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like 16-ish errors. Let's see, I'm only at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm practically 2 off. And our biology lab. Really? Why do I have... Why is it if I step anywhere closer within a circle instead of the entranceway? Yeah. Well, even the same species... You Pokemon, the same species can be sorts of different sizes. Let's see how big a Pokemon are. There's someone in the city who loves seeing Pokemon that are really big or small. Looks like Pikachu look different depending on their gender. But I don't know what the difference is. Look at this chubby little neg. Pikachu's just the cutest. Hey, Jacques. I think that was your name. Yep. Ah, hello. Have you gotten used to things here at the Academy, nobody? Sure, why not? Great, glad to see you having fun. Oh, have you been using the Pokédex app? I'm the one who made it, you know? Every time someone uses the app catches a Pokemon, that data gets sent to me. It's really helping with my Pokemon research. So be sure to catch any new Pokemon you find and work on filling a Pokedex. For our first goal, let's aim for, say, 30! Here's your 30 Pokemon in your app. Let me know when you're done so. I see, for register 30 species of Pokemon in your Pokedex for me! Wow, so you got this kind of Pokemon. And this one? All this data. This is the best. Ah, sorry for that. I got a little excited there. But I get the feeling that you're going to be a great help in the Pokemon research. Here, take these. Consider it my way of saying thanks. TM57 is false swipes. You had them the entire time. But I don't think any of my Pokemon can even learn that. You're sure good at catching Pokemon, aren't you, nobody? Next, let's aim for 100 species. Remember, when you find Pokemon you've never seen before, give Pokeball a throw. I see, for you, I just said 100 species of Pokemon in your Pokedex for me. Wow, little Pokemon, big Pokemon. Whoa, you even have the data on Pokemon of this species, of this specific size. So much data, so much to analyze. Sorry about that. I got a little excited there. My Pokemon research is moving forward at a great pace thanks to your efforts. Here, take these. Consider it my way of saying thanks. 20 Ultra Balls. You're naturally this Pokemon catching thing, aren't you, nobody? Actually, I'll say for 200 species. I know it's all over, but keep tossing those Pokemon, don't give up. That's actually the end. I only have 180... 189. Could have been 190. I'll keep forgetting to go through this. I was 1 off, but that fucking Spirit Team killed himself. Look, I'm in the corner, but I was like, where do you want to go? Staff room. Are you saying so colorful? Yep. Oh my, if it isn't nobody. Hello there. Do you perhaps have a question about class? That's not a question. What I have trouble with. Let's have a little review, shall we? Flying type Pokemon weak to rock type moves. When a rock type move hits a flying type Pokemon, what becomes more damaging? It's multiplied by 100! Oh dear, the correct answer is that the move's damage is doubled, but I appreciate you trying. It's time! It's time! Oh my, I see one of my more energetic students is here to see me. You have to wait your turn, dear. There's only one of me after all. Miss Time, is it true that you were a gym leader? That is indeed true. I'm quite the strong battler, you know. Wow, that's so cool. Why'd you quit? So you want to know, do you? I might be persuaded to tell you if you wait your turn. Okay, I can wait my turn. I sure can. I'm sorry for cutting our conversation short, Noe, but I seem to be in high demand today. Feel free to come see me at any time if you have a question for me. We're slightly closer, Miss Time. You obviously stand out. Can I talk to you? Taking time every day to have a conversation with me? You must be absolutely mad. Oh, that's it? Oh, feel free to come back with any question at any time. Man, it's like really raining now. Director's office. There's a nest ball right there. I'm not able to look around the director's office and see that there's nothing, absolutely nothing here. It's a gemstone. Oh, well, hello, Miss Nobody. How's your treasure hunt coming along? Having all sorts of adventures, I hope? Just not going so well. Oh my, is that so? Do keep in mind that the treasure hunt has no set course or criteria you must follow. Simply go where your heart takes you, and you shall do splendidly. Speaking of such pursuits, there has been something on my mind of late. If I could ask you an expertise on the matter, I would be most grateful. You see, I recently heard a word whose meaning escapes me. I believe it to be some sort of slang. Tell me, what does chooky mean? Oh, it's being outdated and uncool. How do you not know that, dude? Ah, I think I understand. For both speaker and recipient, it is not a pleasant word, I take it. The words used by young people these days are quite often beyond my comprehension. But when I learn the meanings behind the words, I find that I feel that much closer to my students. I'm most grateful to you for your help on that front. You become slightly closer, Director Clavell. Yes, this is actually a mechanic. Yes, I've been ignoring it for this long. Wait, does that mean I could talk to him again? If there's no exclamation there? Miss Nori, how kind of you to stop by. I must say, I'm pleased to see you on school grounds again. Travel and adventure certainly have their place, but it does one good to attend class as well, no? Speaking of which, there's something I would very much like to ask you. I understand you have joined a variety of classes during your time here at the Academy, but if I may ask, which of your faculty members has made the most favorable impression on you? I don't even, Mr. Shahaklu's time, and there's like, forever, Salvatore? Dendra? Hassel? Nurse me. Okay, just to be a kiss ass. Me? Are you quite sure? I suspect some element of diplomacy may be at work here, but if that is indeed how you feel, then I am most happy to hear it. We are truly blessed to have so many wonderful teachers and staff members at Uva Academy. Uva? Still unsure. No, I think it was Uva. Well, I mean still unsure. I'm pretty sure I actually said it. It's just been so long I kind of forgot. I believe that our faculty is second to none. If the commitment to our students' ongoing education and well-being. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts, Miss Nobody. Come even closer to Dr. Clavel. Okay, now am I done here, or is it still going? Okay, it's done here. Now I head to the nurse's office, which... Man, the nurse's office. They're just sleeping. Look! Look! How it looks so cute when it's sleeping. Look at its face. Look at it! Look at its face! So sleepy and cute! Mimi. Student called This is called Nurse Mirami. Mimi. I tried using a nickname with her once. She just glared at me. This is the first interaction with her. Hey there, come on in. Everyone's welcome in the nurse's office. What brings you here today? I don't see anything super wrong with you or your Pokemon. Wait, it's your first time here, isn't it? Yes. Oh, so I guess you transferred in recently. You must be nobody, right? Everyone's talking about you. I heard all kinds of rumors. Apparently you fell off a cliff after enrolling in the academy? And you even picked a fight with Team Star. Oh yeah, you started your treasure hunt thing, right? Come tell me about anything super interesting you'll find out there in your adventures. I'm kind of bored just sitting here all day, you know? I don't have any classes to teach, and it seems to only come here to skip class. So yeah, drop by if you can. Deal? Deal. It's slightly closer of Nurse Mirami. Miriam? Miriam, I'm pretty sure. Am I done here? No, I ain't. There's probably a lot of adventures to tell her since I've practically gone through a lot of it. Hey there, come on in. Everyone's welcome to the nurse's office. Nobody have you toughened up a bit? Hell yeah. Oh, so you're tough stuff, huh? But seriously, you look a bit different. Maybe it's because of all this crazy experience you've been having on treasure hunt. You need to tell me about what you've been up to. Wow, that's super cool. I sure am jealous of you kids. You get to try out new things every single day. Me, on the other hand, I actually want to become a teacher. I'm just a school nurse, you know? I can't teach classes or anything like that. I couldn't pass a certification exam to become an actual health teacher. I took it so many times, but no luck. So here I'm stuck forever in the nurse's office. Oh, sorry. I guess this isn't a very fun thing to talk about. But it's just such a good list. I find myself telling you all kinds of stuff. Hope you're still coming to see me even I talk you off like this. Come even closer, Nurse Mirami. Miriam. Why do I keep doing that? Should be Miriam. I want to assume it's Miriam. The schoolyard now. This is fucking huge. Why is it huge? I mean, obviously, there are no items around here. Can I? Yeah. Driftlings, which I can't ever catch. Okay, walking with the bronze on. Nothing on there. So floaty. I actually couldn't seem to fall asleep. Couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd walk around the school. So bored. It smiles even when it's sleeping. Isn't that just the most adorable thing ever? I see a student with a weird hairdo come out of the director's office now and then. Magikarp and then a fucking Gyarados right next to him. All the way from a Magikarp. Took a lot of effort to get a Magikarp to evolve into Gyarados, let me tell you. Looks like they said that's all around here. Oh, except they got Starlies. Alright, this is open area space. Open ceiling? Roof? Whatever. Mental preparation is key. I'm just picturing what it'd be like to battle on a court so I don't get nervous at gyms. Not raining again. Really raining. Most student council president and a champion and has top-notch grades. Is there anything she can't do? I saw Nimona win 30 Pokemon battles in a row here at the schoolyard the other day. She definitely deserves a champion rank of hers. Oh shit, just because he's... This is just now too. Thank you for the follow. Erks... Caden. Well, Sue, new kid. Have you come out here to the school there for some training? Yes. That's just coming down hard. I knew I could see a fighting... I can see a fighting spirit burning behind those eyes of yours. Why don't we do a bit of running together here to get to know each other a little better? Ready? Let's go! Ran 3 laps around the schoolyard with Miss Dendra. Phew. Phew, that was really that really worked up a nice sweat. You got a good pair of legs in you, new kid. Good bio training sure does my body hungry, doesn't it? I'll have one of my homemade sandwiches as my way of saying thanks for running with me today. Feed those muscles. The sandwich was dry and had an odd smell. Taste left much to be desired. How's it? I hope it was tasty. Yeah, tasty. So I shouldn't have asked that. I'm athletic and all, but I don't know the first thing about making good food. His reaction just reminded me. Well, see you later. Hit your sore muscles tomorrow. That's all close to Miss Dendra. Am I done here, or does she have one more thing to say? Well, there's something in the entrance hall now. Oh, wait, she's at the entrance hall. Why should the entrance hall suddenly? Man, that's coming down hard. Or at least the roof makes it seem like it's coming down hard. Oh, there she is. Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure I remember hearing about it. Yeah, this book, the purple one, that didn't catch my attention because I was looking for green. I guess I can't read it with you right next to it, huh? Wait, even... Night classes are available. I can work during the day and still learn. Yeah, I don't remember a girl here with Mimikyu before, I think. So I can't read the purple book. Oh, hey, nobody. Sorry, were you looking for me? I've been away from the nurse's office lately. Did you need something from me? Sure. Hey, Pokemon, just a sec. Does she actually heal? Oh shit, she actually does. I'll be damned. Here you go. A little first aid. You must really be having an adventure out there, judging from those scrapes and cuts. Huh? Oh yeah. I guess it's pretty unusual for me to be out of the nurse's office like this. Well, I'm actually doing a bit of studying. Thought I'd try my best at the health teacher certification exam one more time. You can do it. Just so you know, it's totally not because I'm inspired by certain somebody working hard at the treasure hunt, okay? Well, maybe I'm just a little bit. So, you know, thanks. Yeah. Oh, my break time's almost over. I know you'll be cheering me on, nobody. You feel trusted by Nurse Miriam. Can I go help? No, she's not in Nurse's office anymore. Okay, there's nobody more costumes I'd like to take. It's got so many now. Let's just, I'm pretty sure I have all available classes now. I just gotta take one at a time. Like Myology, Mr. Jacques. Classes begin soon. Don't be tardy. Pretty sure like 5, 6 classes, I think. Hello, hello. Hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. I seem to remember teaching you all about the importance of eggs in our last class together. On that note, is everyone using the Pokédex? It registers Pokemon born from eggs as well as those encountered via other methods, so don't you worry about that. And, just so you know, I'm the one who developed the Pokédex app. It was way before I started teaching here at the academy, though. Back then, I was a researcher. In fact, Dr. Clavel wasn't working in education at the time either. He was researching alongside me at the same facility. We got to research Pokemon together day in and day out. Those sure were fun times. I got yelled at all the time, though. Wait a second. How did I get on with this? Pretty sure I was talking about the Pokédex. Anyway, today I'd like to teach you about catching Pokemon. As you all know, a great way to catch a Pokemon more easily is to first lower its HP. But there's another way to up your chance of a successful catch. Can you guess what it is? Prove you're stronger than the Pokemon. No, I fucked Pokemon stats conditions. Wow, that's right, nobody. Great job. The correct technique for making Pokemon easier to catch is to inflict them with a status condition. Sleep is a especially effective status condition. It makes Pokemon drastically easier to catch. If you have a Pokemon that can use moves that put opponents to sleep, like Sleep Powder or Hypnosis, filling up Pokemon could be a cinch. There are other ways to improve your catch rate as well, like using Pokemon specifically designed to be effective against certain Pokemon. Eating food that gives you catching power works too, or sneaking up on the Pokemon from behind to catch them by surprise when you start a battle. Oh god, I can't stop. I was burping so much. If you're having trouble, you may want to make the rounds to the gyms to get gym badges, and gym badges make it easy to catch Pokemon of higher and higher levels. Please do come show me your Pokédex once they start filling up. Another day, another Gerber class. Oh yeah, don't forget, our next class will be a test. Biology midterm. Let's begin soon. Don't be tardy. Yeah, I'm probably not going to stop the recording of this until all the classes are done because I just want to get them out of the way. Hello, hello, everyone. Today is our midterm exam. It sure feels good to fill in all those empty spaces on the answer sheets, doesn't it? Take your time and contemplate each question carefully. What button would you use to let a Pokemon out of its ball so you can walk with you? Do I just hit the button? Oh no, I actually still have to select here. So now R button throws that Pokemon. No, wait. Yeah. Yeah, should be ZR. Come on, one less, one number below to correctly say. Combine one letter and one number below to correctly say when and where eggs are found. No, it's A2. It's like, why do you A2? Oh, I see now. It's like A, during your picnics, 2, in your basket. Which of the following is an effective way to warm up eggs? Walking around. Will not make Pokemon easy to catch. Will make it easier to catch Pokemon of high levels. Especially effective rate. How do you like the Pokédex? Is it easiest? I'm happy to hear your opinions. Easy to use, mostly. Alright, everyone. Time's up. I hope you all enjoyed tackling those questions. The last question was just something that I'm personally curious to know. Don't tell the director about it, okay? Oh, I think I just hurt my pinky. How great these are right away. Hope you're all looking forward to seeing how you did. I think when it comes to Jacques, you just complete the Pokédex so you don't really like. You're great to get these tests out of the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exam, and 4 questions correct to pass the final exam. Let's see how you did in the biology test. You answered 5 out of 5 questions correctly. That's a passing score. Congratulations. Mr. Shock asked us to give this reward to any students who can pass the exam. Keep doing your best. You don't show anyone anywhere unless they're wanting to talk to you. Got it. Biology 4. Nick Biology, Mr. Shock? Basically, so 3 total classes with 2 exams then, since it's a midterm and a final. Class begins soon, don't be tardy. Hello, hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. You all did really great in the midterm exam. Thanks for asking my little question at the end too. I'll be sure to keep your response in mind. Alright, we're now heading to the last half of our classes together. It's time for our knowledge to evolve and grow, just like our Pokémon. Evolution, yep, haha, evolution. Today we're going to learn about the fascinating phenomenon of Pokémon evolution. As your Pokémon battle level up, they learn moves that get stronger. And for some Pokemon, once they've leveled up enough, their appearance changes and their stats increase, sometimes by a lot. That's Pokemon evolution. Pokemon become very strong when they evolve, making them trusty partners in battle. But some people prefer to keep their Pokemon in their adorable pre-evolved states. You just need to remember a certain button when your Pokemon begin to evolve. Say it with you, say it with me. If you already know, to catch the evolution, press the B button. That's right, everyone. B for best answer. The button you want when you need to stop a Pokemon from evolving is the B button. If you press this button soon after a Pokemon begins to evolve, you can stop it from changing. You can also let a Pokemon hold item known as an Everstone to keep it from evolving. And keep in mind that the requirements for evolution differ from Pokemon to Pokemon. Some may evolve by having a certain item, such as a Fire Stone and Thunderstone used on them. Others may have to learn a specific move or defeat a specific Pokemon in battle to evolve. The way Primeape evolves to Annihilate is especially strange. You see, there's a certain move that... Whoops! Sorry, looks like we're out of time. I guess I have to end the class there today. Thank you for your attention. After every class, does the game save? No, it doesn't. That means I gotta go on my way to do this myself then. Biology 5. Like Biology 5. Like more Biology, Mr. Shock? Let's begin soon. Don't be tardy. Hello, hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. But before we get going, do you all remember the final question from our midterm exam? Well, Dr. Clavel found out about it somehow, and I got yelled at. Whoops. Apparently he could tell I was hiding something just by looking at me. He must have noticed all the color flush right on my face. Speaking of color, today I'd like to teach you all about colors as they pertain to Pokemon. Some Pokemon have slightly different coloration or pattern on their bodies based on their gender or individual differences. In very rare cases, a Pokemon may have wildly different coloration compared to others of the same species. We call these species shiny Pokemon. Holy shit, we're learning about shinies. That's actually impressive. It's quite rare to cross paths with one. Does anyone here know what the likelihood of finding a shiny is? Approximately 1 in 4,000. Well, that's right. Of course, like 1,128, something like that, 23. Well, that's right. You have the markings of a Pokemon professor, nobody. Shiny Pokemon appear at a rate of 1 in 4,000. Isn't that amazing? I've caught 3. Probability of encountering one in the wild is the same as hatching one from an egg, too. Eggs for a pair of Pokemon raised around differing lengths are a special case. There's a higher than average chance that a shiny Pokemon will hatch from these eggs, but we haven't been able to figure out why that is just yet. I don't know, ask Masuda. I've also heard rumors of a charm that increases your likelihood of finding shiny Pokemon when you have it in your bag. Can you believe that? Yes, you give it to me. This claim can't be scientifically verified, but it sure would be funny if it were true. Whoops, there's the bell. That's all for today. Thank you for your attention. Okay, Miss Nobody, what class would you like to take? Biology 6. Like to take biology with Mr. Jacques? Class will begin soon. Don't be tardy. How long is this episode going to go if I don't stop the recording and just let it go? And just do every single class in it. Hello, hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. Next time we meet, we'll have a final exam. That means today is our last actual class. And the topic for this last class will be Pokemon forms. You can just think of forms as shapes or appearances that Pokemon have. There's also a phenomenon called a form change, where Pokemon's appearance changes under certain conditions. Cyclozone, for example, which we regularly ride on as transportation here in Paldea, have 3 forms. First, its basic form, where it walks on all 4 legs. Second is its battle form, where it stands about its hind legs and engages battle. Finally, there's its ride form. I can't stop burping. Where it inflates its throat sac and its tail so we can ride on its back. So we can use something you're all carried with you now as even better example. Yep, I'm talking about your phones. Some smartphones are inhabited by certain Pokemon. Does anyone know what that Pokemon is I'm referring to? Heracross! Why Heracross? Rotom. You're a regular expert on Pokemon and technology, aren't you, Nobody? The Pokemon inside your smartphone is Rotom, and it does all sorts of things to help you out. A Rotom inside a Rotom phone is special, so it doesn't try to enter other electronics. Unknown Rotom, however, can change form by entering washing machines, microwave ovens, and other electronic appliances. I swear I can read. Rotom is a bit of an exception, though. Many Pokemon that change form do so simply by holding the item or by having one used on them. Or Courier, for example, has 4 different forms. It can change between when given certain nectars. Pokemon may even change type or learn different moves when they change form. Form changes are different from evolution in that the Pokemon can return to its original form. And unlike shiny Pokemon, which can't change their special coloration, the same individual Pokemon can go back and forth between its forms. There's a lot to dig into with this form change phenomenon, as you can see. We can all learn something from Pokemon here, don't you think? Bit of a stretch, but I'd be happy to see you all enjoy your time at the Academy to the fullest and change form into a new version of yourselves. Or something like that, anyway. Oh, I almost forgot. Regional forms, which vary based on what region the Pokemon came from, don't treat like other forms. They're innate. Whoops. Heh, there's the bell. I guess I was scatterbrained. Mr. Jacques right up to the very end, huh? I had a great time teaching all of you. I hope you'll do your best in the final exam. Just any classes? Biology final. Like biology with Mr. Jacques here. Yes? Class will begin soon. Don't be tardy. Hello everyone, today is our final exam. It'll cover everything I've taught you so far, but I'm sure you all do just fine. Take your time and contemplate each question carefully. How many of the following 4 methods make it easier to catch Pokemon? Using a Pokemon just allows you to feed a berry. Just 2 of them. True or false? You get new Pokemon only by catching them yourself or training with others. I want to say that's true, but something feels like it's off, but I'm not sure. If a Pokemon is holding Everstone, using an item that induces evolution, such as Firestone, causes it to evolve. Well, it actually asks, and I'm pretty sure it does. It only stops evolution, like through level up. But if you literally are doing a condition for it, like using a stone, I'm pretty sure it will still evolve. Pretty sure. think. I'm gonna say yes. What's the probability of running into a shiny Pokemon? 1 in 4,000. True or false? Pokemon known as Oracle have 3 forms. No, it has 4. This question will affect you. Have anything you would like to say about my class? I'm still getting used to this teaching thing, but I'm sure I had fun as a teacher. Thank you for being our teacher. Okay, time's up. Whether you like it or not, hope everyone enjoyed tackling those questions. I snuck in a little bonus question there right at the end again. Shh, our little secret. Don't tell the director. I'll grade these right away. I hope you're all looking forward to seeing how you did. How much you did. It was great to get a test out of the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm and 4 questions correct to pass the final exam. Let's see how you did in your biology test. Got 3 or 5 questions correct. Damn. So okay, so basically those 2 questions I wasn't unsure on. Okay, I don't know why I went there. Especially if it's holding Everstone and you try to induce evolution, it does not work. Because I feel like I heard somewhere it does. No, I think it's if trying to press the B button is what causes it. Is you can't do it because you triggered this. Why would you want to suddenly stop it when you were the one who triggered it? I think that's what I was trying to get in my head. That's what I was trying. No, I think I want to say it's 2. Well, I guess, yeah, I guess if you count evolution, yeah, that would be false. Yeah, no, it won't evolve. 1 in 4,000. Okay, I have 3 forms. That's false. There's 4. Let's try this again. That's how you did in your biology test. 5 out of 5 questions correct. That's a passing score. Congratulations, Mr. Jock. Asked us to give these rewards to anyone who passed the exam. 5 EXP Candy M's. Keep doing your best. Good evening. Math 3. I take math this time. Class begins soon. Don't be tardy. Hello everyone, let's have a fun class today. Tell me, do you all enjoy fortune telling, horoscopes, and the like? I think it feels great to read your horoscope and see that it says good luck is coming your way. So today I'd like to teach you all math while focusing on the topic of luck. Perhaps you have seen the following phrase crop up during Pokemon battles before: a critical hit. When a Pokemon's attack lands a critical hit, the damage it deals is increased by half. In other words, it does 1.5 times as much damage as it normally would. It is truly luck that determines whether your Pokemon lands a critical hit or has one landed on it. This can cause a great upset in battle. Does anyone know what percent chance a Pokemon has landing a crit? Pretty sure it's 4. That is correct. Well done, nobody. The chance of landing a critical hit is said to be 1 in 24, which figures to roughly 4.17. Wow, they actually went with the actual number for it. The odds are more favorable of certain moves, though. By moves such as Stone Edge and Shock will have about a 12% chance. You can also use a move called Focus Energy or an item known as Dire Hit. Both raise the critical hit ratio by 2 stages. That's a 50% chance to land a critical hit. Feels great to land a critical hit, but perhaps not as great to be struck by one. There's a surprising amount of mathematical probability hidden in Pokemon battles, you know? If you're able to do the calculations that'll swing luck in your favor, it may open the door for more strategic courses for during your battles. Oh my, is that the bell? I suppose that's all for now. What a shame. Next class will be a fun midterm exam. I hope you're all looking forward to it. I mean, I guess. Oh, she's fucking right there. Never mind. Oh my, if it isn't nobody. Please forgive me if this is an odd question. Will you perhaps watch me from afar just now? I just got here. Yes, I suppose you wouldn't be doing something like that. I'm sorry. You see, oh, how should I put this? Recently there have been times where I feel as if I'm being watched. Not by Pokemon, mind you, but by a person. I thought it might be a ghost, so I tried asking my sister for help. She says most likely isn't one. She's good at ghost-type Pokemon, you know. It's not really your sister. Perhaps one of my students is quietly watching me, waiting for a chance to ask me a question? Maybe? Goodness, if that wasn't the intense gaze I felt. If you notice someone with a sort of fire in their eyes, come tell me, won't you? If they are too shy to come ask me themselves, then I'll go to them. Get me even closer this time. I have no idea if there actually would be someone physically around here. I assume Mr. Jacques not here. Yep. Because he just does Pokedexes. He doesn't really do much else. Math midterm. As we can see, don't be tardy. Alright, everyone, it's time to begin our midterm exam. I'm sure the fun experiences you all had in my class will serve you well as the answer. How much damage does Water Gun do when it hits a Fire-type Pokemon? Water Gun when it hits a Fire-type Pokemon. Yeah, it doubles it. How much damage does Razor Leaf do when it hits when it hits a Fire-type Pokemon? That does half. You spent 2,000 on as many 200 Pokeballs. Also, how many did you get? None, because you're kind of fucking Premier Ball. Land a crit about 4%. How much damage does a move deal when it lands a critical hit? 1.5 times. I mean, if it had Sniper to increase critical hit damage, then yeah, it would have been like 2 times. Alright, everyone, time is up. Put your hands in your laps now. You all concentrating so hard, I can't wait to see how you did. Do go and ask for your scores at the front desk, and then take a nice break. No, I'm gonna keep studying. You can't stop me. It's been a while since I see that picture that was there. Let's see, you must get a question. Blah, 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 blah. 5 out of 5 questions correct. Passes, congratulations. This time asked me to give you this reward to the students who passed the exam. 5 XP candy yeses. Keep doing your best. Nope, there's nowhere around. It's easy to find where I'm going to look it up on the computer. Is that true? I think it's just the person. What class would you like? Math 4. I can take math this time. As we can see, don't be tardy. Man, if I wasn't reading all this, I could probably be almost done with this. No, that seems to be a little too fast. Even for my own liking. But working again. Is that the monitor in front of me? Hello, everyone. Well done, your midterm exam. Actually, it's the monitor. What the fuck? Some of you are in perfect scores and others seem to have a bit of trouble, but I can tell that you all tried your best. I'm quite pleased to say that every last one of you passed. I can only assume that this means you have all come to learn to love numbers. Stay sharp and try your best for the rest of my classes too. Speaking of staying sharp, do you know how that word applies to Pokemon battles? That's right. It has to do with stat boost. A Pokemon's stats can rise and fall throughout the course of battle, correct? For example, if a Pokemon uses the move Work Up, its attack and special attack will rise by one stage each. And you may know each time a Pokemon's attack and special attack rises by one stage, moves affected by that stat will deal 50% more damage. If that same Pokemon from the previous example were to use Work Up again, both attack and special attack will rise 2 stages total. The results in a 100% increase to the damage dealt, making it moves twice as strong. Swords Dance, on the other hand, boosts attack by 2 stages at once, allowing the Pokemon to deal double damage after just a single use. Using Swords Dance twice would boost the Pokemon's attack stat by 4 stages. How much more damage would that be in the end? That should be just triple. Well, that's great. You answered this difficult question with ease, nobody. Each stage that has a Pokemon's attack or special attack stat is raised increased by 50%, so being raised by 4 stages will result in 4 times 50% or 200% increase. The base damage to remove is 100%, so adding 200% to that gives us 300%. In other words, the next move that Pokemon uses will deal triple damage. Type matchups, critical hits, and other factors all play these calculations as well, so even a small boost must be taken seriously. By the way, if a stat simply rose, that means it has gone up by 1 stage. If it rose sharply, that's 2 stages. If it rose drastically, that's 3 stages. Just so you know, the X attack and X special attack items, which can only be used in battle, can be used to sharply boost those respective stats. On my set the belt, I suppose that's all for now. What a shame. Today's lesson was a little difficult, so be sure to review what you learned in order to stay sharp. I'll see you all again next week. Next class. Next week. Oh, is it because it's daytime? That's why she's back? Is Eve daytime? I don't know. I'm inside. Cause we can see. Don't be tardy. Oh, everyone, let's have a fun class today. Did you make sure to review last class's materials in order to stay sharp? I know it's a little difficult with all that talk of multiplication or percentages and the like, but today we'll be talking about percentages again to learn about probability. It may sound like we're going to have another difficult class, but you know that all of you already deal with probability on a regular basis. Pokemon moves generally have a probability called accuracy, which determines the probability that they will hit. The accuracy of tackle is 100 or 100%, so if you would use tackle 100 times, you could expect to hit all 100 times. The move Hypnosis, which puts the opponent to sleep, has an accuracy of 60 or 60%. Means you could expect it to hit 60 times in 100 uses. Put another way, out of 100 uses, you can expect it to miss 40 times, if you're lucky. Sometimes you can miss like 70 times if you're just got bad RNG. Made of truly powerful moves often tend to have lower accuracy, so when you're deciding whether to go slow or steady with moves that are sure to hit, or hard and fast with strong but less accurate moves, you're already studying probability. Reason here, perhaps Surf and Hydro Pump would be a good example for this discussion. Surf has a power of 90, accuracy is 100, meaning you can expect it to hit every time. Hydro Pump's accuracy is only 80. When it hits, it's a powerful 110. So between Surf and Hydro Pump, which move would you want to use yourself? I mean, honestly, me personally, I just want to use Surf because I don't like using Hydro Pump. It's too inaccurate. But it really... But also depends on the situation. It sounds like she's just asking, what do you want to do? Not, is there a right or wrong answer? Honestly, I'd like to use Surf, but... Gee, so slow and steady wins the race for you, nobody. I may have made it sound like there was a correct answer here, but there is not. I kind of figured. You're free to use any move you wish. Factors like PP or a number of targets hit may make some moves more suited for certain situations. However, trading accuracy for power or vice versa is purely a matter of preference. The surface and hydro pump debate has been ongoing for quite some time. Personally, I'm more invested on debating the rock type moves Rock Slide and Stone Edge. Let me tell you, I could get really worked up on talking about those moves, but oh my, there's the bell. What a shame. Next class will be the last of our time together. So show up 100% ready to go. I was supposed to do an old woman voice, but I lost track of that a while ago. Anything new from her? Aha! I knew it! Where is she? We'll go around that. Oh, there she is! Fuck, I forgot there was a cafeteria. I actually get legitimately food. Nobody! You scared me! Are we cooking something? Oh no, I'm not here for anything food related at all. I was just walking around the entrance hall, and I felt like an intense gaze that I told you about before. So I quickly ducked into the cafeteria here. Cafeteria has only one entrance, so I thought I might be able to discover the identity of the person who watched me if they followed me in here. Ah, someone's come just now. That's weird. I thought I saw her come in here. I guess I won't be able to ask my question today either. That girl, I feel like I've seen her several times before. She seems to be a student here, but I get the feeling that her question is not about her studies. Writing again. Next time I see her, maybe I'll go start up a conversation myself. It could have been a little scary being here on my own. I'm glad you're here with me. You feel trusted by Miss Time. I forgot there was food here. Egg power, team power, raid power, counter power electric, counter power rock. Nothing useful of what I would have needed. Back to the entrance. Oh my god, learning so much. In fact, they're actually teaching about legitimate things that the game has never said anything about before. You had to find it on your own. Where is daytime? What? She's not there anymore. It's a violet book, the mysterious purple tome. Do you want to read it? Here's what you'd like to read. Ah, oh, god damn it. Great Card photograph from the survey team's point of ingress. Ingress. The crater, which is visible in the background. Luck favored us with fine weather, making for a smooth outset, but clouds obscure the crater's distant depths, where the treasure of legend is said to lie. Now onward and downward. They adventure into Area Zero. Within the Great Crater Paldea lies the mysterious Area Zero, a place home to such landscapes, such plant life, and such Pokémon as we had never seen. It is inhospitable to human life, and as such, I suspect something, although unknown to humankind, sleeps in its depths. Oh shit, actually continue. Photograph of a spot where the survey team rested on day 2 of the expedition. Note the strange symbols inscribed in the ground here. Were they left by explorers in the time of the Paldean Empire? Or could they be older still? Regardless, they seem as if they must hold some meaning. Area Zero cartography. Fun. Legends from a spiral down the inner walls. Area Zero offering a path of descent. Vegetation and sources of water are here as well. Legends tell that precise stones or wondrous fruits have long slept in Area Zero's depths, protected by some manner of guardian. Oh shit, there's a bunch of Pokemon of Area Zero. Oh god, why? Why is there so much? Pokemon of Area Zero. Sketches by a survey team member. Surprisingly, the Pokemon species were observed in the upper strata of Area Zero seemed a little different from those seen outside the crater. Now and then, we heard unfamiliar cries from the lower strata. Monsters of Area Zero. As we descended further in Area Zero, we began to catch glimpses of mysterious Pokemon, though we wondered if these compact, cruel beasts were indeed Pokemon at all. One of our team suffered a brutal blow from such a beast and was mortally wounded, forcing us to retreat for a time. I remember the survey team captured this photograph by chance. I noticed a passing resemblance to the Pokemon known as Donphan, yet differences such as its texture and the way it moves suggest it is biologic separate, say nothing of its treads of iron. Oh god, actually keep going. Urban Mystica. I feel like some of this thing Arvin showed us. Area Z was home to wondrous herbs that instantly impart vigor when eaten. We dubbed them Urban Mystica and attempted to grow some in areas around Paldea. However, before we could harvest the herbs were eaten by Pokemon, which in turn grew large and strong. We called these Titan Pokemon. Mysterious plates. During our descent into Area Zero, we came across a buried metal plate inscribed with a strange symbol. We attempted to shave off a piece of the plate, but failed to leave even a scratch. Even determining the nature of metal seems beyond modern science. We know not why the inscription was made, let alone how. Legendary treasure. Countless days into our descent, we reached at last the very depths of the great crater. There we found a cave with formations of gemstone, shining blindingly bright as far as we could see. Perhaps that strange light itself is the guardian said to watch over treasure deep within the crater. An imagined Pokemon. A drawing of a fantastical Pokemon as envisioned by our sketch artist. The compactness and cruelty of strange Pokemon that dwell in Area Zero's lower reaches tickled the artist's imagination, prompting this sketch of what other species that inhabit these depths might look like. And funnily enough, this thing isn't in the game, but we have something for it. Which could mean... Not Homer King, there's gonna be DLC. A phantom memory. During our exploration of Area Zero's depths, I, Heath, strayed from the team and was later found unconscious. When awoken, I could only recall speaking with someone in an unfamiliar place. As if in a dream, I was found holding the page shown here. The handwriting is my own, but I have no memory of writing this. Our generous sponsor. The author, Heath, pictured with the director of UVA Academy. The Academy's generous funding made the Area Z expedition possible, and the data gathered has been shared with the Academy in hopes that it will aid in the situation's research work and foster future generation of scholars and scientists. Is the bald guy the head of the director? And Heath the one with the glasses? Or... doesn't really say about the author. Yep, that is Heath. Heath authored the Violet book shown here with his prize Cyclozard, a natural historian as well as a writer. He was chosen for the Area Z expedition and penned this account upon returning from the great crater of Paldea. Cyclozard aided the expedition as well as bearing the team's luggage and equipment. Isk, but it. Well, from the research, Sep aided from the research team in the crater's depths. I found a strange NT, whether it was a Kema, or even live, actually would be live, at all. It bore a soul with layers of overlapping guns and bridge still, I think it was brighter still than stone as a whole. It led a mysterious alien disk. That's very easily readable though. Math 6. Don't be tardy now. That shit's really coming down. Hello everyone, I hope we can have fun once again today for our last class together. Last time we learned about probability using move accuracy as an example. Probability is quite interesting subject. Did you know that in a class of 40 students, there's a 90% chance that 2 of them will have the same birthday? That is true, even despite the fact that there are over 300 days each year. Isn't that remarkable? But let's move on to today's topic before we get swept along with probability again. I've been teaching you all how to calculate damage in this class using examples like type matchups, critical hit, stat boosts, and the like. All of these variables are multiplied together to calculate damage dealt to an opponent. However, did you know there's even a simpler way to increase the damage of your Pokemon's moves? All you have to do is have your Pokemon use a move it shares a type with. If a rock type Pokemon uses a rock type move Stone Edge, the move's base power is 100. Move's base power is 100 multiplied by 1.5 to become 150. Ground and rock type may seem like similar types, but if ground type Pokemon use Stone Edge, the move's power will remain 100. Super effective moves and critical hits also add multipliers onto that little numerical increase, so it most certainly must not be taken lightly. Let me ask you a question to see if you understand what I'm talking about here. So you have a move with a power of 100. You have a Pokemon that shares a type with this move, uses it, and its opponent that is weak to that type. What happens to that move's power? So basically, if it gets stabbed and is weak to it, then it should become... I'm sorry, your question went off screen, so I'm like, what the fuck am I answering? This move type that uses multiplies power by 100 to make 150. Back to the weak to it moves make... Oh. Of course, being able to use a lot of moves with different types is such a great as well. That's one way you can surprise your opponent. In the end, your opponent innate characteristics are what will really like shine most. Bear in mind that this is the true for both humans and Pokemon. Sure, it sure make me happy if you could take my words to heart. But I suppose I should really have shared this basic advice right from the first lesson. My apologies. And just like that, class over. The last of our time together flew by in the blink of an eye. It was so much fun to be able to teach all you eager students about numbers. Thanks being for a fun final exam. Be sure to review the material when in practice. I didn't forget stab. Here's something super effective. It doubles it. It doubles the stab. Interesting. Math final. Let's hope I can get this shit right. My brain has been kind of spacing out. Now it's time to begin our final exam. I'm sure the fun experience you all had in my class will serve you well as you answer. How many great balls could you purchase for $3,000 if each 6,000? 6, 12, 18, 24. Should be 5. If water type move with a power of 100 lands a critical hit on a grass type Pokemon, what will the move's power be? Well, if it's hitting a grass type, gets cut in half. Then a critical hit happens. That's actually a good one right there. Because it gets cut in half. Technically, it gets going down to 50, but then if it lands a critical hit, it goes back to 70. I feel like it would go back. It would go to 75 then, actually. Fuck. It's like we actually think here. Holy shit. I want to say 75. Under normal conditions, what percent chance does Stone Age have to land a critical hit? That's a high critical hit chance, so it should be a 12. Pokemon uses Sword Stance twice. Boost attack by 4 stage. How much damage with his physical attack moves then do? So triple, quadruple only if it does 3 Sword Stances. If Rock type Pokemon uses a Terra type Rock Terrestrializes, what will happen if his Rock type move is multiplied by? The Terrestrializes, it gets multiplied by 2. I have time up, punch your hands in the lab. This touch the cumulative time. I thought doing glasses goes to the front desk. It's the same shit. Not much changes. Let's see what I get. Did I get 5, 5, or 4, 5? Oh no, shit! I actually got 5, 5. And what's the reward I get? EXP Candy M's. There we go. Schoolyard. This should be the final one. Now just where is she? Oh, there she is. Nobody, help me keep an eye out, would you? I set up a little ambush here for that girl who keeps watching me. She'll be here any second. Why? Well, you see, it's not very pleasant knowing she's just staring at me all the time. And now I know what she looks like after seeing her in the cafeteria. Ah. It's you, isn't it? You're the one who's been secretly watching me recently. Time, how'd you know I guess you must have noticed me. I'm so sorry. Well, of course I noticed you. You were watching me practically all day, every day, after all. I assume there's something you want to ask me. Yes, I do. Been a huge fan of yours since your time as gym leader. I love rock-type moves so very much. She's a rock-type enthusiast, huh? Could she be one of my people? Oh, my. But you suddenly retired from your post as gym leader a year and a half ago. Why did you quit? My goodness, is that all you wanted to ask? Yes, your reason for retiring was never made public. But it's well known among the students here that you just avoid the question at any time it's asked. I thought it would be rude to ask you a question that you don't want to answer, so I just couldn't find the courage to ask. So that's why your gaze felt so intense. I see. Forgive me. So very intense? Ah, never mind. As to the reason I quit my job as gym leader. I simply wanted to focus more on my job as a teacher. It's not that I disliked being a gym leader or anything of that sort. Quite the contrary, talking about the gym fills me with feelings of nostalgia and sadness. A cyclist on the background. That's why I always avoid answering the question when students ask. Oh, I see. Do you have any plans to becoming a gym leader again? No, I'm afraid I don't plan to do so. My sister's doing a splendid job as gym leader in my stead. I personally find being a teacher most enjoyable these days, and since I am, in fact, your teacher, I would appreciate it if you call me Miss Time, as students do, and not just time. Okay, I'm sad to hear that, but I understand. Thank you so much, Miss Time. Well, I suppose that solves the mystery. Ah, that made me so nervous. I said so many things to try to sound cool. I was feeling a little scared when I felt that girl's intense gaze on me. But having you here with me allowed me to do what needed to be done to face what turned out to be one of my biggest fans. I was thank you for always showing up at just the right time, nobody. I'm going to show you my appreciation a little. Hope these help in your adventure. Just 50 rock shards there from the close bond of Miss Time. And they can't literally get any more further than that. Actually, I think the closest exit was right here. See, the whole reason you're doing this is not only just to learn, but... Sorry, I thought something happened on my OBS. Nope. So you can not only just learn things, but and get items for answering questions, you also get items from them if you continue to follow the story. Luckily, there's not a lot, but man, 6 each. I still got 6, 12, 18, 24, and then this thing says 27. But however, 20, count the tests, which are different ones. 29, 31, 33, 35, 37. 37 left. Fuck. Mr. Ryfort? Also begin scene. Don't be tardy. Who this bitch? Oh, hey, it's her. Oh, I see we have some new students here with us today. My name is Ryfort. I'll be the one to impart knowledge on the past to your little minds. History is a wonderful thing, truly splendid. The lives of our ancestors throughout history forged the path to the present in which we live. Today you shall learn about the most mysterious location of all of Paldea, the Great Crater. President Lavington in the background. Just so weird. And seeing the Pokeball that I've been hugging for so fucking long. Too long. As you're all aware, a massive crater known as the Great Crater Paldea exists in the heart of our region. The area inside this crater is called Area Zero, and research of its geological strata and material composition has shown that the crater is in fact over 1 million years old. It was long believed that a certain something rested at the bottom of this mysterious crater. Ah, perfect time to make eye contact, young nobody. Answer me this. What exactly was believed to rest in the depths of the Great Crater inside Area Zero? That's the next. No, it was treasure. I literally read the book. Good thing I read that fucking book now. Ha! No, heh, that is correct. You're a surprisingly clever one, aren't you? I see you did your homework prior to coming to my class. That's right. Some believe a treasure more valuable than anything else in the world rested in the depths of the Great Crater. So much for dreams of treasure hunting, though, as a lab has been built in those very same depths. Oh, and before I forget, you'd all do well to remember the Great Crater and Area Zero are both off limits to all but those who have official business there. Do not dare entertain the foolish notion of gallivanting off the Area Zero in search of riches. It is no place for children dreaming of treasure and adventure. Besides, if I were If it were at all possible to investigate the area, I would surely be the first to do so. Oh, Nemona's back. Didn't even notice. Oh, is that the time already? I must have gotten swept up in filling your minds with knowledge. This ends today's lesson. We will unravel more of history's enigmas together next time. Just like, what, 4 in total that I just did with her? That I just did with that one? Like that, she's here. I should be getting started. The staff room, which... No, I was able to go to the staff room before, because that's where I found Miss Time for the first time. The first time. She's still here, surprisingly enough, now. You're... Ah, yes, nobody from Class 1A. The way you conduct yourself in my class and the answers you give to my questions, I admit they pique my interest. You are quite the interesting people, I must say. Tell me, nobody, given a choice, which do you prefer? Things old or things that are new? Well, because you like history, I'm just gonna go, I prefer the older things. Ah, so you prefer the things of the past, do you? The potential that saw in you was real after all. Yes, this one may indeed be of good use to me someday. Is that a Marshadow hair clip? Ah, you can disregard that. I was simply thinking out loud. I enjoyed a little conversation today. You have my thanks, nobody. You're slightly closer, Miss Ryfort. I don't think I don't notice this new guy. Why would you bring me back there? Salvatore. Thanks for coming to say bonjour. Salvatore's now here randomly. Man, it's like raining out there. History 2. Yes, please. Class will begin soon. Don't be tardy. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday, it is now a part of history. Today, we'll continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. About 2,000 years ago, the region came under the rule of the Paldean Empire. Historical accounts describe the Paldean Empire as being quite the dictator. This emperor also zealously believed the legend of the treasure that rests deep within Area Zero. I must mention that the civilization of our ancestors were not as developed as ours is today. People back then were far more likely to believe in mysterious legends, magic, and beings beyond human comprehension. Which Pokemon time and again have proven to be, yeah, we can do that. It's not that unheard of. In an attempt to gain the power to stand against Paldea's neighboring countries, the Emperor sent people in droves to join the hunt for the fabled treasure of Area Zero. Up every time to meet eye contact, you know, ask me this. Approximately how many years ago was in the Paldean Empire began to rule the region? Didn't you say about 1,000? How's the user empire already began to collapse? 2,000 years is when air exploration began. I was trying to know, I was like, did the book say? That was the only one. Yeah, if it wasn't obvious, I'm not the best guy at paying attention. However, it said that not a single adventurer sent out of the Emperor ever reached the depths of Area Zero. Was it the punishing journey itself that barred their way, or perhaps an unknown creature? The resounding failure of this great era of exploration almost certainly heightened the air of mystery surrounding the crater. Oh, what I wouldn't give to explore Area Zero in its untouched state at the time. I suppose I can only hope for the swift invention of a time machine. Oh, is that the time already? I must have gotten swept up in filling your minds with knowledge. Isn't today's lesson? We'll unravel more of history enigmas together next time. How was I supposed to know that one, actually? It's like the book only mentioned the Paldean Empire. I thought you said 1,000 years ago, but I guess that was wrong. I could have sworn you said it was. History 3. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday is now part of history. Today we will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. As you should remember from our last class, Arizo's great era of exploration began about 2,000 years ago. This era lasted for approximately 1,000 years. But not a single soul was able to venture all the way to the deepest reaches of Area Zero. Having poured much of its human and financial resources into the exploration of Area Zero for so long, the Paldean Empire fell into decline. 200 years later, or 800 years ago, the Empire and its surrounding nations united into one entity. Okay? This is the formation of Paldea, known as it today. Yes, the very academy where you now filling your young minds with his knowledge was also apparently established at the time. In fact, the school building, though certainly having undergone repairs throughout the years, is just as it was when it was built so long ago. This very structure is a piece of history. Things that all are truly splendid. I would certainly prefer to not have the Pokeball portion. I would certainly prefer to not have the Pokeball portion, though. A relatively new addition. Oh, the thing at the very top. Perfect time to make your eye contact, young man. Let's see if you have been listening to the lecture. Kind of. Approximately how many years ago was the academy established? 200 years after, but you said 800 years ago to this day. Correct. I see the look of concentration on your face when indeed just that. Nothing more than when a student only pretends to listen. This academy was constructed exactly 805 years ago, to be precise. In other words, your academy here is 805 years old. At the time, it offered state-of-the-art facilities and uniquely innovative curriculum. As such, people used to say, those seeking knowledge need to look no further than the grapes of Paldea. Or I guess the oranges of Paldea. That's right. They're referring to Uva Academy. It is said that this proverb of sort was even used outside of the Paldean region. Damn. Oh, is that time already? I must have gotten swept up in filling your minds with knowledge. This ends today's lesson. Our next class will be our midterm exam. Bring the wonders of history to the forefront of your minds for preparations. I guess it's nighttime now because no bats now are available. Nope, no one here. History midterm. Class begins soon. Don't be tardy. Greetings, fellow students. Time for our midterm examination. Some of your historical knowledge from the dark recess of your mind answers the questions. What was the name of the geological formation in the center of the Paldea? The center of Paldea, the Paldea Valley floor, Great Crater Paldea. What was long believed the rest of the bottom of in the depths of Area Zero treasure? How many years ago did the Paldean Empire begin to rule? Approximately 2,000 years ago, I guess. How many years ago was the academy built? Well, you had to go be exact when you said 805. Those seeking blank need to look no further than the grapes of Paldea. Knowledge, because we're fucking school. The time is up. Put your running utensils down. Last question was a freebie. Even the least capable of you surely padded your score there. I sincerely hope you did anyway. So in our midterm examination, you may ask for your scores at the front desk. You did. 5 of 5 questions correct. Congratulations. Here's your reward. 5 EXP candy yeses. Keep doing your best. You know, honestly, I never really go to my dorm room. And nothing has changed, huh? I thought maybe on the wall would be each pictures I've done or something. Nope. So that's worthless. Let's see, did we get to everything on the yellow one? Nope, there's looks like 3 dots missing from there. Damn. There's something really stuck in my throat there. Damn, my throat's kind of killing me because I'm talking so much. History 4. As we can see, don't be tardy. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday is now part of history. I was hoping to continue unraveling the marvels that history has presented to us today. However, I imagine your ability to concentrate has been spectacularly derailed by my midterm. I suppose changing things up for fun and variety may be a good idea every now and then. So allow me to tell you an old fairy tale that has been passed down in Paldea for generations. Once upon a time, there was a king who very much enjoyed collecting treasure. He was particularly fond of treasures from other countries. One day, a merchant from the east heard rumors of this king and came to meet him. The merchant laid out 4 treasures in front of the treasure-loving king. 4 treasures were of the following: a vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. Seeing such rarities before him, the king leaped for joy. He showered the merchant with gold coins and claimed all 4 of the treasures for himself. I'll pretend to make contact with you. I'm see this. So there's a set of tablets. What do you think these tablets were? Handheld electronic device, medicine that you chew on. No, handheld electronics device considered as 12 old. No, medicine that you chew on. I would assume wooden planks for riding on. Correct, your daily pursuit of knowledge serves you well. These particular tablets were wooden and used as writing medium in the East in ancient times. As you may know, they fell out of popular use as paper became more universally available. Oh shit, yeah, they really are. The king considered these paper substitute treasures. They must have been of superb quality. That, or perhaps they had some amazingly profound teachings written on them. So the king obtained these 4 treasures, and on that very night, it said that a terrible disaster rained down upon his castle, reducing it to rubble by dawn. When did he do? Oh, is that the time already? I was done with my story. So on today's lesson. If you're interested in how the story ends, you may come see me outside class hours. Yes, I want to hear how those stories go. I want to hear about the 4 Chinese legendaries. Which now kind of makes more sense why they're Chinese in Spain. She's here. But what? Oh. Never mind. I just nobody from class 1A. Are you perhaps interested in the rest of the old tale I told you in class? It is convenient that you would take the bait I have presented to class: a vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. After obtaining these 4 treasures, the king's castle was destroyed. Why, you ask? Because these 4 treasures were actually 4 Pokemon. As these Pokemon were passed from human hand to human hand as treasures, they slowly became tainted by hubris and greed. Finally, after coming in contact with the rhapsody of the king at the time, they awakened as disasters and began to rampage out of control. The king called for renowned Pokemon wielders to defend the country, and after a fierce battle, these incarnations of disaster were quelled. It is said that these 4 Pokemon were then sealed away somewhere in Paldea. So what do you think? Would you say this story is just make-believe? No. Huh, very astute of you. I've read many historical disaster reports, personal journals, and the like. There is much to support the truth of the story. If I'm able to prove the story's veracity, never heard myself, I'll be sure to let you know. Even closer, Miss Ryford. Oh, Drifloon. So funny how there's actually like different things happening day and night here. Things actually active, which is funny. History 5. Greetings, fellow students. Whatever you did yesterday is now part of history. Today we'll continue to unravel the marvels that history presented with us. I trust that you all remember our lesson before the midterm exam concerning the great crater of Paldea and its interior, Area Zero. This mysterious crater captured the imaginations of many, including the former Paldean Emperor. 200 years ago, a group of explorers claimed to have finally reached its depths. The name of the team that achieved this great feat was the Area Zero Expedition. The team is said to have been made up of Paldea's best and brightest. Skilled battlers, brilliant researchers, and talented individuals of all kinds. Among the list of team members was the name of a man who was the author and brilliant natural historian, Heath. After returning from the expedition to Area Zero, he used his literary talent to record the events of the expedition and publish them. Perfect time to give me your eye contact. Let's see if you're paying attention. What was the name of the team that first made the deepest reach of the crater? The Area Zero Expedition. Correct. To honor remember a term I simply slipped into a flow of a lecture. She really got quite the clever one. The correct name of this team was the Area Zero Expedition. The record of their activities written by the expedition member Heath can be found in bookstores and even today. The record is known as the Violet Book. At the time, the entire region of Paldea was absolutely buzzing about Area Zero. The Violet Book was so popular that practically everyone had a copy. However, the book itself was full of fantastical descriptions and illustrations of things that could never be thought of as real. Mass began to call Heath a liar. Even the truth of the expedition making it to the bottom of the crater was called into question. The Violet Book was condemned to the shelves of used bookstores as just another book of wild paranormal stories. There's a copy on one of the bookshelves on the ground floor in the entrance hall. Feel free to have a read if you're interested. I did. Oh, is that the time already? I must have gotten swept up in filling your minds with knowledge. As in the test, we'll have more enigmas tomorrow. Even though odds are it's going to be probably next one's going to be after the midterm, or maybe after the 6th one, I'm still not going to check just to make sure. History 6. Let's begin soon. Don't be tardy. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday is now part of history. Today's I would like to unravel Mars history presented to us one last time. In last class, I taught about the Area 6 expedition of 200 years ago, correct? Alas, 200 years is not that long ago. Not that long ago at all. How unfortunate our history lessons must march so inexorably toward the future. Don't fucking know that word. Would it not be more of an adventure to march toward the past instead? To start from the present and study history in reverse? I think it would. So I agree with me, do you nobody? However, I'm afraid I risk incurring the wrath of our dear director if I stray from the curriculum. I suppose I have no choice but to let the flow of time carry on toward the future. In this last class of ours, I shall fill your minds with the history of the terrestrial phenomenon. The technology behind the Terra Orbs has its origins in Area Zero. Even after Area Zero expedition supposedly reached the crater's deepest depths, others continue to explore the area. And around 140 years ago, Pokemon cloaked in mysterious light were discovered around there. As you may have already guessed, these were, in fact, terrestrialized Pokemon. However, when those who discovered these Pokemon brought them out of Area Zero, the light faded and the terrestrial phenomenon remained a mystery for quite some time. However, 10 years ago, it might as well be present day, a certain someone you have definitely heard of unraveled this mystery. Perfect time to make contact here. Right? Ask me this. What is the name of the famous professor who unraveled the terrestrial phenomenon mystery? Professor Heath? No, he was... Well, actually, was he a professor? I think he was. And Professor Clavel? No, he was a researcher. He is not that. I'm pretty sure it's Turo. Correct to think that a new... new translator to our academy can correctly answer this question. You must be very diligent in your studies. Approximately 10 years ago, a professor named Turo unraveled the mystery of the terrestrial phenomenon. He discovered that the shining crystals down in areas there, or rather, the energy they emit, is what causes Pokemon to terrestrialize. This led the professor to invent Terra Orb technology and to develop a practical use for it. This technology was then shared with both the Pokemon League and our academy. Rumor has it that Director Clavel was one of the researchers on the professor's team. Alas, the story is much less exciting now that someone we all know appears in it. Modern history truly is dull, isn't it? Thus ends my history classes. Our next session will be a final lesson. Bring the wonders of history to the forefront of your minds in preparation. One last check before our finals. History final. Time for the final exam. What is there within Great Powder called Area Zero? How many years ago was the Academy founded? I think this is the same question. I was 805. Which of these did not appear in the Paldean fairy tale? A folding fan. Which Area Zero expedition member wrote the record of the Heath? How many years ago did Professor Turo invent the Terra Orbs? 10. Time is up, put your right chance of audience. History test for last. The director. Shall ridiculous to be on the history test for last. The director forced me to include it. So I estimate you may. So she didn't want to put that final question on, but I was like, nope, it's still a technical part of history. It's an important part of history, even though it didn't happen that long ago. Let's see how you did. 5 out of 5 questions correctly. Give your reward. 5 EXP candy M's. Keep doing your best. Now, where is this bitch? Back there again. It's so random seeing ghost type Pokemon just wander around happily, casually. Nothing wrong here. And I should trigger it. Nobody, the time has come. The cursed treasures, the 4 Pokemon of Ruin. They exist! And I stumbled upon the truth in the newspaper, of all places. Ha! In an interview piece with a carpenter, no less. The Pokemon wielders apparently use sacred stakes to seal these treasures of ruin and shrines. There is a separate shrine for each of the 4 Pokemon, and 8 stakes. Oh, 8! Driven into the ground in the area surrounding each shrine keep the power of ruin at bay. I've already removed a few. In other words, if all of the stakes for a given shrine were to be removed, it would release the Pokemon held inside. Don't you think it would be nice to free those Pokemon from the confines of their tiny little shrines, nobody? Yes! A kind soul, I see. You are proving truly useful. According to a descendant of the Pokemon wielders in the story, you must have a bond with Pokemon in order to remove the stakes. I'm sure someone as Pokemon savvy as yourself would have no trouble at all with all that. I guess that's what I said. I don't know. You can choose for yourself whether to believe me or not by our marked locations of these shrines on your map. I've had to go myself, of course, but skipping out on classes to go adventuring seems to have made the director a little suspicious of me. You can think of it as part of your treasure hunt. Treasures of ruin are still treasures after all. I'll help you investigate these shrines if you're all inclined. If you're all inclined to do so. You're trusted by Ms. Ryfort. So it's actually on my map? Yep. I already knew that one. I just have no idea what the fuck the other 3 are. Oh, right there? Oh, yeah, I've never been there before. Right there? Okay, yeah, I've never been there either. But there's still one more left. Right there? Oh, yeah, I think I saw that one, actually. I think. That should be all 4 of them. Oh, seriously, how does one get up there? That's a question I would like answers to. Languages. Mr. Salvatore. It's like 1, 3, 5, and then final. My dear students, how are you all today? Feeling good, I hope? Je m'appelle Salvatore. My name is Salvatore. Merci beaucoup, that is. Thank you very much for your attention here in my class. I'm so happy for this chance to re-experience my younger days with you all. Why'd you have to speak French there? It's like I know the X is probably silent, and most of those words are as well. Also, why Alola? I see the moon or sunshine, whatever you want to go with. Up there. I think there's a volcano. Yeah, I think I see the islands of Alola there, actually. Yeah, they are. Oh. Do you know what Salvatore means? It means savior. So just imagine I'm here to save you from spooky new languages. Funny, no? That's right. My classes would teach you about various languages from different regions. You may say good morning or hello as a greeting, but people from elsewhere may say bonjour or salut. I've heard there's even a popular streamer out there who smashes several languages together and says hello, hola, ciao, and bonjour. Really? We could have done this before Iona or after, depending on when things happen. There's so many regions out there in our world, and each can have their own unique languages. Gracias, merci, Gigi, arigato, danke. I fucking hate you that you made me read all that. These all have the same meaning. Can you guess what it is? Gracias should be thank you. Wow! Nobody was it? Bravo! That's correct. And speaking up is important in language learning too. Gracias, merci, si. Fucking stop making me read these. These words all mean thank you. I guess some of you probably knew at least one of those. Yes, because of my Mexican heritage, I knew gracias. Despite meaning the same thing, the lengths and sounds are all different. Isn't that interesting? Alright, there's a lull and Raichu tail I noticed in your coat. And now, I propose of nothing. Let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. When you travel abroad, you should try to speak the local language as much as you can, even if you can't speak it very well. I'm sure your willingness to try will make the people you meet très heureux, or very happy. Or, there's no or, it just says very happy. Honestly, from my experience, just being able to say hello, delicious, and thank you is in the local language will get you pretty far. For everything else, just pretend you're Mr. Mime and gesture away. Oh, there's that pesky bell. I guess that's all the time we have for today. Well, adios, matane, a la prochaine. See you later. Stop it, please. This is gonna be a constant thing, isn't it? I'm gonna butcher so many languages. Well, I'm doing my damnedest, at least. I'm pretty close on some of them. Why does it say she's... Oh, because I guess it's saying she's always active. So until you capture all 4 of them, or at least capture 1 and show them and then repeat, she's just going to remain here until you're finished. Gotcha. Oh, nobody. Did you come all the way here to the staff room just to see me? I sure did. Haha, seems I finally made it into the hearts of my students. That makes me très happy. After all, like I said in class, communication is very important. If there's anything you're confused about in class, or if you're having trouble here at the academy, you can always come here and tell me. Ton ami Salvatore. Your friend Salvatore, that is. Ois. You're slightly close to Mr. Salvatore. Yeah, she's just gonna be there from now on, though. There's no moving. Until I capture the 4 legendaries, she's gonna remain there. Language 2. This stream may go on longer than I want because I want to finish these stupid classes. My dear friends, how are you all today? Feeling absolutely fine? It's time for Salvatore's language lesson. Esto vol pre. Are you ready, everyone? You can answer yes or oui. Oui. C'est super. In our last class, I believe I taught you all how to say thank you in other languages, right? In la cour d'aujourd'hui, today's class, we'll learn about a certain word sure to make people happy when you use it in travels abroad. Oh, yes. Well, you have to guess. Delicioso? Haochi? Bono? Can anyone tell me what these words mean? I'm just gonna say delicious. Because Okay, it really is, because that dulu looked like it, but I didn't think I was right. Wow, correct! Says super! I knew I could count on you, nobody. Delisi, haochi, wano. All of these words mean delicious. Using the local word for delicious at markets or restaurants is sure to get a big sorry or a smile, that is, from whoever you're talking to. It'll make communication go more smoothly, I guarantee it. People love it when someone says the cuisine of their homeland is delicious. Who wouldn't be happy to receive such a compliment? And now, I propose of nothing. Let me give you all my wise words of advice. The first step to smooth communication is to compliment the person you're talking to. After all, it's not very likely that compliment would put someone in a bad mood. This doesn't only apply to people in other regions either. It's the same for all of you too. You can put this tip to use with your classmates. How about you all try complimenting each other after class? I bet it'll make for an ambience plus sympathetic, a more friendly atmosphere. That's all for today. See you all at Pokémon Core. Next lesson, that is. Adios. Matane. Matane. Let's go to the next language course. This should get 2 to prop up. Hey friends, how are you all doing? It's time for another lesson of Salvatore's language. Language lessons. Still Vault Pro. Are you ready? Him. Still Vault Pro. Are you ready? Oh, thanks for not registering the down button. Just being very good. Well, it's not a one-way street. No. I am trist when no one speaks up. Very sad, that is. In the last class, I believe I taught you all how to say delicious in the little languages, right? In the court d'ajud who today's class, we will learn about a very special phrase that can put to use when the time is just right. Ashitru, je t'aime. Te amo. Ichi lieb dich. Does anyone know what these phrases mean? Honestly, I don't know. I just want to say I love you just cause. Oh fuck, that actually was correct. Fantastic, nobody correct. You deserve a medalla de or. It's like a medalla de or a gold medal. Chatama, te amo, hichi lieb dich. These 3 phrases you may know, I think. Why? Because they're all quite famous ways to say I love you. Oh my, have I embarrassed you all, my friends? What timid little gawkons feels shy boys and girls, that is. I don't know what that C is pronounced as. Fuck off with these stupid languages. So very important to express your feelings about things to others, you know? This is especially true for positive emotions. If you get married someday and argue with your spouse over some silly little thing, all you have to do is apologize and say, I love you, at 2 idiot bean, and all will be, that is. All will be well, that is. I should know, why just last week, I had a big argument of my famille, my dear wife, that is. But I was quick to say, I'm sorry, and all was well. And now, I propose of nothing. Let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. It's best to be quick to apologize when you have an argument with someone. That goes for your families, friends, and your crushes. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Our next class, we did midterms exam. God, it's raining again. Be sure to review what we learned. Why are the microphone's actually picking that up? Yeah, class so far. Adios, matane. Either that got him the trigger or the midterms was gonna get him the trigger. Schoolyard. It feels like 1, 3, and then I think 4, and then finals. Is that him right there? Coming into view, he's coming into view, he's coming into view. Yes, it is. Look at the Palmy. Nobody, I'm gonna have a pinch. Take a look at this. This Palmy really doesn't seem to be feeling well. I don't know if this poor thing can even stand up. What should I do? What should I do? Just stay calm. Oh. Oh, right. I use a potion. Do you have any on you, nobody? I have potions, super potions, max potions. But yeah, I think I still have potions on me. That would suck if it's like I don't have no potions and super potions. Let's fix you up right, my friend. Potion power. Go! That would suck if I didn't have a potion, so therefore it didn't continue. Phew, I seem to have done the trick just in the nick of time. But this Pokemon doesn't appear to belong to a trainer. Could all Pokemon have wandered onto the Academy grounds? Still, I can't just leave it here alone without anyone to make sure it's okay. It's decided then. I, Salvatore, will just have to lend all of the helping hands I have to take care of Palmy in this touch-and-go situation. Must see, very much for your advice, nobody. You became even closer, Mr. Salvatore. Adios, au revoir, farewell. Looks like a lot of night people are still out here, even though the sun's fucking out. Yep, now they actually reset the sun's out, so basically all the day people are out. Language midterms with Mr. Salvatore. Today we take a midterm exam. The tente is full. Relax, that is, and do your best. Estefo pro. Are you ready? Let's begin. Gracias, arigato, merci, and Gigi all share the same meanings, which is thank you. Which of the following means delicious? Au revoir, ni hao, delici. Which of these phrases does not belong? Honestly, I don't know. So it means I love you, but I guess if everything is just time to eat, then yeah, it would be eek leave deek. Now speak of the person, what is the first step to a smooth conversation? Bury them in flattery. Or compliment them, he said. What is the beloved teacher's name? Is it Salvador or Salvatore? Fuck you. That's Salvador. Salvatore, damn it! This way, time is up. Possess false stylus. Put down your pens, that is. Hope that was easy enough for you, especially the dinner question. The last question. No, because I did not know what was your name. It was a salva and then the or part. That's all I got. Sure, you all did great. Bravo, my friend. Oh, my friends. You can check your scores at the front desk. Four or five or 3 or 5. I'm not sure what I got. Yep, I got a positive score. 5 EXP candies. Wow, that was hard. Well, actually, because I wasn't sure. I was like, what phrase is out of what phrase is not supposed to be here? I don't fucking know. Language 4. I could just look up a cheat sheet at this rate. You know it's gonna come in the chat, so I'm gonna be able to not. So no one's gonna chat with me, so I can just easily go off. How'd you like the midterm exam? You all did really great. We're halfway there, and now time for another lesson. Let's Bretts. Are you ready? Okay, this time we actually registered it. Transpond response. Good answer. Merci, my friend. My friends, I knew I could count on you stars. Leading up to the midterm, we learned all sorts of words from different regions. Starting today, though, I'll be throwing a curveball. Before we begin listening comprehension. Let's see. Go for it. My assistant, Pikachu. You're a Pikachu. Interesting. As you just heard, Pokemon can also use words to communicate. It's not always easy for us to understand them, but their words have meaning, just as ours do. Pokemon can use language to share all kinds of information with each other, like the location of food, or whether there may be predators nearby. Same Pokemon's cries may sound different depending on what it wants to say. I'm sure you're all curious, so ajoute hua. Today, that is. Let's learn some Pokemon's language. Je t'en prie. If you would be so kind, Pikachu. Pika? What was Pikachu was trying to convey right there? Fucking no happiness? Is that right? Pokemon language is hard, isn't it? When Pikachu says, it's using his angry voice. That's right. I have a little Pikachu friend here pretend to be angry for us. I just think he did a great job. Give Pikachu a round of applause, everyone. Throws book at it. Fuck you. The same Pokemon can even communicate its feeling in many different ways. Their voices change depending on their mood and physical condition. Try listening more carefully to Pokemon. You might gain a deeper understanding of them. That having been said, Pokemon are quite mysterious creatures. Some actually don't communicate with words at all, but instead use things like electromagnetic or ultrasonic waves. Some even use telepathy. And now, a proposal of nothing. Let me give you all one of the wise words of advice. If you poke at a Pokemon too many times while watching them during picnics, they'll get mad at you like Pikachu just demonstrated. Well, adios, matane, à la prochaine. See you later, everyone. What the fuck is he saying? Can I please get out of the language class soon? How many more classes do I have left? Ah, shit, there's still art and home ec. I have no idea who the fuck's in art. I mean, home ec. Pretty sure I know who's in art. I feel like for this I'm gonna need to cheat my ass off. There's no way in hell I'm remembering any of this shit. My dear friends, how are you all today? I hope you're doing marvelously well. Time for another lesson, Sabotage language lessons. Estel Bretts. Are you ready? Oui. I would expect no less from my excellent friends. Even your replies to my questions are excellent. Adieu, hui. Today, we will once again be focusing on listening. Let's see. Go for it, my assistant. Pikachu. So funny how it sounds like the original crying one is no longer doing Pika. As you may remember from our last class, the same Pokemon cries may sound different depending on what it wants to say. Adieu, hui. Today, that is, we'll be learning more about language used by Pokemon. Je t'en prie. If you would be so kind, Pikachu. That sounds a little bleak, doesn't it? His voice seems a little lower pitched, too. What emotion do you suppose Pikachu was trying to convey? Happiness! I don't know, but that's incorrect. Au contraire. On the contrary, I believe it's the opposite. When Pikachu says, it's expressing sadness. Kind of makes you want to cry, doesn't it? That's right. I made a little Pikachu cry as if it was crying. Ha! Funny joke, right? Don't you think it did a great job? Give Pikachu a round of applause. Throw another book. Fuck you! And now, I propose of nothing. Let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. If you hear one of the Pokemon making a sad noise like this, you should treat them with even more kindness than usual. Well, you probably already knew that, though. A piece of cake for you all, I'm sure. Of course, this goes for all classmates and others as well. Friends should support each other in times of sadness. I truly hope that you all can have smiles on your face all the time, my friends. Approaching course. Actually, I think it's just approaching core. Next lesson, that is, will be our final lesson together. I hope you're ready for the climactic finale. Adios, matane. Now, this third one should be active. Using the biology. Why the biology lab? Oh, there it is. Oh, the fuck? That's a weird hair. That's a weird hairdo, my good sir. Oh, my dear nobody. Thanks to your advice from before, Palmy is, well, just see for yourself. He seems very quiet. Yeah, it feels better. But this particular Palmy may just be a bit meek, I suppose. I had Nurse Miriam take a look at it as well. She says there's nothing wrong with it health-wise. So it shouldn't have any injuries, ailments, or the like. Even so, it never utters as much as a cry, which is odd. That part has even Mr. Jacques here stumped. Sorry that I couldn't be of any help. No, to get, Pa. Don't worry about it. I have some more information now, thanks to the Academy's security cameras, though. It seems Palmy was attacked by wild Pokemon and fled here to the Academy grounds. Maybe he's still in a bit of shock from that experience and can't bring himself to speak yet. Yep, if that's the case, there's absolutely no problem with keeping quiet. Pas de problem. We can just attend to it. Wait, that is, until it feels like talking. That's all we can do, really. Even if you can speak all sorts of languages, there's no guarantee that you can understand what's going on in someone's heart. But have no fear, I won't give up. No. I'll keep on track until we've figured each other out. You feel trusted by Mr. Salvatore. Ugh. I kind of want to save real quick. Yeah. The final language class for Mr. Salvatore. Oh, so, actually, Salvatore. Because of that E at the end. My dear friends, how are you all today? It's time for the last Salvatore's language lessons. Est vous prêt? Are you ready? What a response fantastique! Great answer, that is. Perfect for our last class together. I love it. And aujourd'hui, today we will once again be having a listening lesson. I see. Go for it, my assistant Pikachu. Let's get right to it, my little Pikachu friend. For our listening class, tell everyone how you're feeling right now. S'il te plaît. Ooh, can you feel that? That one's contagious emotion in Pikachu's voice. What emotions do you suppose Pikachu was? Surprise! Oh, did Pikachu sound surprised to you, nobody? When Pikachu says... expressing happiness, doesn't it make you just want to break out in happy dance? But I didn't have to ask Pikachu to put on an act today. Oh no, I just asked him to show you all how it felt about getting to have class with you. Getting to meet so many new friends and study together in this class with you. It made both me and my little Pikachu so very happy. Oh, I kind of can see it now. It's just barely above his ear. And now, I'm a poem of nothing. Let me give you all one last wise word of advice. As you live your lives, I'm sure you will all have times when you get mad or sad, maybe even more than you would like. Everything has its ups and downs. Life is a veritable roller coaster. But in the end, that is, there's surely happiness winning for you. So, garden la sui. Keep on smiling on your face, even in the hardest of times. Cha. When you're faced with a problem you can't handle alone, find someone to rely on. Be it a teacher, your family, friends, anyone. Our prochain course. Next lesson will be our final exam. Be sure to review what we've learned in all our lessons so far. Adios, matane. I'm just looking this shit up. This is honestly way above my head. I'm gonna find it. Academy classes, here they are. Maths, history. Oh, there it is. I passed it. I was like, where the hell did it go? There it is. Language. Just gonna cheat my ass off in this, because maybe art and home ec also I may be cheating on. Because holy shit, I don't care about any of those. Now, if anyone's in chat, I cannot see. My phone is what should be on it, but right now, I have the answers open for language class. Today we make our final exam. Detenze vo. Relax, that is, and do your best. Este vo pres. Are you ready? Let's begin. Oh, fuck you. We actually really did that. What's above teacher's name? Salvatore. Next time you make sure you really randomized it. Jesus fucking Christ. I just reconnected back to my own chat. Says Fini, time's up. Posee vos stylos. With Daniel Pence, that is. I assume the obligatory dinero question, last question, that is, gave you no trouble? You all did great. Bravo, my friend. You can get your scores at the school's front desk. Let's see. I should have got 5 of 5. The staff room. Really center there. The other time it was Meowth. My dear nobody, Pommy here is as healthy as can be. Well, it seems being quiet is simply part of this one's personality. But it's hard for a Pokemon to communicate with his fellows without speaking up. As you know, wild Pokemon use their cries to tell each other all sorts of things, like the location of food or whether there are predators nearby. So even if I were to release it back into the wild, I'm afraid that it may not be able to do those sort of things. What do you think, nobody? Where does Pommy belong? I stay with you. Oh, I didn't expect to hear mon nom, my name. So you think I should stay here with me? I was so focused on getting it back in good health so I could return it to the wild that I didn't even consider that possibility. What do you think about that idea, my little Pommy friend? Pommy! Pommy! It spoke! At last! Even without speaking Pommy's language... Speaking Pommy's language myself, I know that the reply means yes! Oh my dear nobody, merci so very, very much for all your help with Pommy! All the more reason you should have this! Here, I have a Pokemon for you to raise! You can receive the mouth. I'm so happy. Yes, I, Salvatore, will make it upon myself to look after Pommy for good. I will indeed. You form a close bond with Mr. Salvatore. I don't know if that's actually how you pronounce it. But it's like a Meowth. Why do you get a Meowth? Because it's not just any Meowth. It's a Galarian Meowth. Wow, that is a horrible nature. That is really bad. Like, God damn, that is awful. Lowering your speed for special attack. Well, anyway, I got the Galarian Meowth. Strap in, folks. We're going to be here for a while. I'm already 2 hours into this recording, and we're barely halfway done. At least battle studies will go by quickly. Miss Dendra. And this should be easy for me, hopefully. It's literally battles. I can do those. Dang, another round of battle study. Oh, Sue! Let's get right into it. Last time we learned about Terra Raid battles. Did any of you have a chance to try them out? Not really. Terra Pokemon are super strong, and the more difficult ones we use even tougher tactic. That you'll need to deal with. I'm talking about the Terra Shield. What happens when a Pokemon has its Terra Shield up, you ask? Well, it takes way less damage for one. It has a big effect on morale, too. When trainers see that shield go up, they feel doomed, like there's no way to win the battle. So here's a question for you. If a Pokemon you're battling puts up his Terra Shield, what should you do? Close your eyes, given. Call your parents. Terrestrialize and attack it, if I would assume. Also, I kind of forgot you actually had a Metachom. Until the, when you were using it for the ESP. That's right, you're a regular Terra Raid battle master, aren't you, new kid? Raid attacks don't work so well against Pokemon that have their Terra Shield up. By having a Pokemon terrestrialize in an effective method to overcome that issue, a terrestrialized Pokemon would do more damage to shielded Pokemon, especially if it uses moves that match its Terra type. Dealing enough damage to a Pokemon with his Terra Shield up can destroy the shield and break the Pokemon's stance. This means that it's important to properly time the terrestrializing in Terra Raid battles. In conclusion, as I say, fight fire with fire and Terra Pokemon with Terra Pokemon. Be sure to work together with your teammates to smash through your opponent's Terra Shield. I'm just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home. But I guess we're out of time once again. Next class will be a midterm exam. Aim for a perfect score. Osu! Osu! And that should get up her second one. She's in the home ec room, huh? What, is she trying to learn how to cook? She gotta cook, don't bother. I don't think I've ever been in the home ec room before. What's up, new kid? Fancy meeting you here in the home economics classroom. What a coincidence, eh? Likewise. So, well, you see, Miss Dendra tells me she is here for intense training in sandwich making. Well, no use hiding it now. Oh dear, I am terribly sorry. Were you keeping this a secret? Well, I mean, not really, but it just doesn't look very cool to openly admit I'm here for intense training, you know? Understood. I'll be more careful in the future. Well, new kid, now that you know what I'm up to, I guess you just have to help me out with my new training here. Try this sandwich. Is the result of my training so far? The tender sandwich was soggy and hard to eat. And once again, the taste left much to be desired. That's my meat lover is... Prosciutto. I didn't realize prosciutto, bacon, and chorizo sandwich. How was it? It was a little meat heavy. What? You mean there's a problem with my choice of filling? I guess focusing on muscle building ingredients really did a number on the flavor, huh? Miss Dendra, I believe a simple addition of butter would have done wonders for your sandwich. Butter helps to protect the bread from getting soggy due to the moisture of the ingredients. It can also work to enhance the sandwich's flavor. Butter! That makes sense! Thank you for teaching me that tip, Mr. Saguraro? What is these names? Why didn't you tell me that when I was making the sandwich? Well, you see, when I saw you, I had not realized you had begun your food prep. I thought you were simply trying to destroy my classroom. Well, anyway, new kid, thanks for coming, and Mr. Saguro. Saguro, I don't know. Here, I may finally be getting the hang of this. Thank you for your advice. You became even closer, Miss Dendra. He's not in this class right now, though. That exclamation is going to be there until they're all captured. And hell, if I was persistent enough, I could go catch some 4 legendaries and just use them to beat the game. Wow, wow, wow. Also, yeah, I just realized there's a side egg during the day in Gengar Night. How did I just not realize that? I am slow. Oh, actually, a classroom costume. So they all went to the schoolyard first before finding the right room. I guess we could do a test in the classroom. At least, it might be hard to write your answers out on the field. Alright, time to put your game phrases and do battles with these test sheets. Alright, Pokemon Special Defense, less damage takes from Special. Which of the following has no effect on moves damage? Yeah, there is no snap for Slash on Sand Slash. The move's name. How many trainers are on a Terra Raid battle team? I wish 8 to make it go much more faster, but then again, finding people would be hard to do. 4. Unless you're not counting yourself, then it's 3. Which is an effective method for breaking an opponent's terror rate shield. Cheering. Switching Pokemon, you can't. Try sizing and attacking. What's Mr. Dangerous' favorite type? I would say fighting. Time's up. Put your pencils down. I saw you giving everything you got, so I'm sure you got all. So you all got perfect scores. Well done, everyone. You can ask your scores to the front desk. Let's see what I get. 5 of 5. 5 EXP KNS's. I like the Psyduck. Show how he just keeps doing that. Do it one more time, I dare you. Yeah. Wah! God, we're speaking so much in different voices. My throat is actually fucking killing me. Also, because probably the yelling I did. Oh, dear, another round of battle study. Oh, sir, let's get right to it. You all gave everything you had in the midterm exam. Well done. We're going to resume our regular classes today, so keep up that energy for the second half of the term. Have you all been using the R button to send your Pokemon? Not really. If you do, your Pokemon will run off in the direction of you. It's super useful technique that lets your Pokemon pick up faraway items for you, and that's not all. There's a lot of Pokemon near where you just send your Pokemon. They'll start battling each other. We call those battles auto battles. Just as the name implies, your Pokemon will act on its own during auto battles, meaning you won't have to give it any commands. And if your Pokemon wins, it'll get experience points, just like it would in a regular battle. If you make good use of these battles, they can be a really efficient way to train your party. But you want to remember that Pokemon won't evolve or learn new moves right away if they level up from an auto battle. Also, if Pokemon loses an auto battle, it'll come back with just a small amount of HP left. Make sure to heal up right away. Oops, I just about did the whole class as a one-sided lecture. Does anyone have any questions so far? How do I stop an auto battle? There's no stopping an auto battle. Once it starts, you'll have to wait and see how it plays out. You call your Pokemon off before the battle starts, though, if you press the ZR button while your Pokemon is still on its way to your opponent. Even during auto battles, our Pokemon are out there battling for us. They're trainers. Keep an eye out for them as much as possible. And if it looks like they're going to lose, be sure to have them retreat. Also, this goes without saying, but Pokemon with low HP are already worn out. You probably won't enjoy auto battles as much, so don't work them too hard, okay? In conclusion, auto battles only work if a trainer and their Pokemon have a relationship of mutual trust. Be smart with how you use auto battles so you don't lose the trust of your Pokemon. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hand-to-hand practice. Well, I guess we were running home as usual. That's over now. Take care, you little rascals. Oh, hey, she's here. You didn't know it's Penny. How's her name? Penny? Oh god, my throat. Psyduck, you're adorable. Another round of battle study. Let's get right into it. Hope you gave auto battles a shot like we talked about last class. Making good use of auto battles will let you train up a bunch of different Pokemon. And it's also an efficient way to gather Pokemon materials you need to make TMs for a TM machine. Speaking of which, have you all been using TM machines? I sure hope so, because it's a pop quiz time. To create TMs, you need Pokemon materials and other things. I don't remember what it is. LP. Looks like you're already a TM Machine Pro, new kid. I'm gonna say my name. The correct answer is League Points, or LP for short. You give LP and Pokemon materials to a TM machine to create TMs. But that's not all. You can also exchange Pokemon materials at a TM machine to get LP. There's money here, but I guess... Also, is that my Pokemon starting Pokemon out? That's Electrode? That's funny. Just heard about some shady individuals getting LP illegally using a technique called hacking? Or something like that. How are any of you getting involved in bad stuff like that? Got it? And you can also add TMs that you want to make to your watch list. This will let you keep an eye on the materials you need to gather. In conclusion, in order to make TMs, you need Pokemon materials. And if you want to get a hold of lots of materials, you need to battle all kinds of Pokemon. I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to drive the point home, but I guess we're gone over time. Class over now. Take care, you little rascals. I gotta see though real quick. But first, nurse's office, huh? Oh, there's different people in here. There's a price of everything. Also, ow. Just stop trying to bite off the excess skin. Just grab fucking clippers. No way, no way, no way! Come on, Miriam, just try it! It's Dendra. No, great timing, new kid. Miss Miriam, he won't try the sandwich I made. Well, duh, I don't want to get a stomach ache. You won't, probably. I still remember that sandwich you made me with meat filling and meat for bread. That really messed me up bad. I hadn't trained your art sandwich making yet back then. I was young and thoughtless and... Young and thoughtless? It was last month! So, as you can see, I'm not getting anywhere trying to persuade her. Even after I went through that intense sandwich making training, it kind of makes me sad. She went through intensive sandwich making training? She worked really hard at it. Guess I have no choice if I got one of our cute little students on her side. So fine, I'll try a sandwich. Let's see it. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Here it is. Munch, munch, munch. It's a little strongly flavored, but I guess it's not bad. Woohoo, my training paid off. I'm still got my sandwich pleases the great nurse Miriam. I look up to you, you know. You feel trusted by Miss Dendra. Thank you for trying it. Thanks to you too, new kid. I'm losing my voice a little bit surely in this. And she's run off again. That was weird. That's just Miss Dendra is, I guess. She's always coming into the nurse's office with some injury or another too. Now that bitch just disappeared. And the last one wouldn't be until finals. Wow, wow. Yeah, it really is. Let's do it. This is our last class, but don't let those energy levels drop before we wrap things up. You show that you have more than enough knowledge to be super strong battlers. I'll know that I have much left to teach you. We can always aim for ever greater heights. So today I'm going to teach you about the rules of link battles. When two trainers participate in link battles, together they can engage in either single battles or double battles with each other. And if you're playing in a group of 4, you can all battle each other in multi-battles. Oh, Arvin's now here. Now, when you're out having battles during your independent study, you can use whatever number of Pokemon you like. They could be any level. But in League battles, there are special rules to keep in mind. Some of these special rules involving adjusting Pokemon's levels. Now, the no restriction rules lets all Pokemon stay at their current level. It lets trainers use multiple Pokemon of the same species and multiple of the same held item too. But if you choose the normal rules, all Pokemon will be set to level 50 for your battles, regardless of what level they actually are. This even includes low-level Pokemon. They'll get power boosted to participate. Normal rules let you use multiples of the same Pokemon species and the same held items too. The great part about this rule set is that it lets any of your Pokemon participate. All they have to do is learn some good moves. Lastly, the rules set called Flat Rules mostly affects Pokemon over level 50. Such Pokemon will be set to level 50 for the duration of the battle. Flat rules rule set is the one often used for official tournaments. This rule set does not allow trainers to use multiple Pokemon of the same species or multiples of the same held item. Alright, here's a question for you. Which rule set should you pick if you want to use a low Pokemon and keep it at a low level? Alright, same flat rules? That's the one, new kid. Looks like you were listening to the lesson. If you get some clever strategy that you need to use a level 5 Pokemon for you, you best it to be choose the flat rule set. Of course, you can also choose no restrictions if you want to battle with any Pokemon you want at any level with any held item. That's a pretty good rule set for when you want to battle freely with friends. In conclusion, normal rules adjust all Pokemon at level 50. Flat rules let you use lower level Pokemon at their actual levels. Hope you use these tips to have some exciting battles with your friends. Honestly, you completely lost me after a while. I was just about to say this, we do some next has to be our final lesson. Aim for the perfect score. Let's see. They have a female Sylvia on level 100. Fucking of course not. No, I don't have anything at level 100. These are my strongest team. Okay, Specs, I guess it's night now. When do you come back, though? So I'm busy reading all these classes that I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Sorry. It's finally game day. Today's our final exam. Time to put on your game face and do battle with those test sheets. We should boost attack and special attack for. Should be go all out. What do we call the battles that Pokemon sent out in the R button do on their own? You can do it battles. No, auto battles. How should you obtain LP? Take on James, exchange materials, hack the system. Exchange materials. How the Pokemon are adjusted to what level when using flat rules in link battles? When using normal rules in link battles, you can use multiple Pokemon of the same species and multiple of the same held items. Time's up! Put your pencils down! I saw you giving everything you got. I'm sure you all get perfect scores. You all did so well in my class. If you pass this test, you'll officially be battle masters. I go ask for your surely stellar scores at the front desk, you little rascals. I wonder how raspy my voice is starting to sound. Oh god, I think I can actually hear it myself. Oh god. Oh shit. 5 EXP Kenny M's. And where is she? The school store. The school store? Why did I never look at this before? What do you sell then? Okay, okay. Hey, Moo Milk. I actually never picked one up before. Okay, so all the potions and things that I actually have all the badges, so everything should be just available. And how did I never see that there's a fucking school store here? Listen, new kid, you gonna do a little shopping? Haha, so you came to see me, did you? I'm here to check out the new sandwiches they've gotten for sale. School store sandwiches taste great and have excellent nutritional balance too. After intensive training. No, I guess just not used to it yet. All that training kind of wore me out. I achieved my goal along the way. Ugh, God, my voice. So I'm going to take a break from sandwich making for a bit. Alright, I didn't tell you what my goal was. I wanted to pay Nurse Miriam back for everything she does for me. It was my way of saying thanks. She's so nice and so skilled at what she does. I really look up to her. I wanted to try sandwich making so I could be skilled at doing something for other people. Like she is, but I guess I just wasn't cut out for it. What I cut out for, though, is being full of energy, so I decided to focus on that instead. Like I said in class, I think people in Pokemon should make their strong points stronger. You really helped me out, new kid. Take it as a way of my saying thanks. 10 balls of protein. Alright then, where should I go with today on my to get protein in? For the correspondent with Miss Dendra. I can't believe there's been a fucking school store and I've never noticed. And then cafeteria. What's the other third thing then? There's there. Nurse's office. Oh, still females. So you know how hard it is to get females in the first place for EVs? They are skewed more male. It seems like so far the only one who's been worth it is the history girl. Only because she gets you the 4 Chinese legendaries. Though honestly, I don't know if she actually does. You could probably go out there, pull out all the things, and if you know where the door is, go up to it and see if you can open it. I'm pretty sure this gets you a reward for doing it, though. Or maybe it actually does unlock it. I'm still unsure. Greetings, I'm Hassel. I'll be teaching this art class. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Now, let me be candid for one moment. I imagine that many of you will forget all that you've learned in this class once you graduate. After all, you don't need even a basic understanding of artwork, much less the refined appreciation of beauty for most exams or jobs. So is my class a waste of time for you then? I think not. At least I certainly hope it isn't. Think for a moment, all of you. What is beauty anyway? What makes something beautiful? I have the beholder. Interesting. Thank you, Nobi. Oh, hey, Namona's back. Oh, I don't mean to suggest there's a correct answer to my query. The important thing is that you all take time to think about it. No, sorry, Mr. Maybe that girl behind it, no. Actually, I do be colorful hair. Think about why we might find beauty in a flower blooming on the side of the road, for example. Question why the sky is a different shade of blue than the ocean, or why leaves change color. Ponder the windmills of artisan, or how they move. Contemplate the chilling bite of the waters of Cascarafa. I'm sure you will find that every little detail of your lives will seem more vivid, more impactful, if you just take a moment to stop and think. And I'm certain that if you stop and truly appreciate the little beauties of this world, it will help pull you through the days where your studies have you exhausted or when work has dampened your spirits. Ah, do pardon me for waxing philosophical. You don't need to understand all of that now. There's the old man back there. To put it simply, it is true that one doesn't need art to survive, but it certainly makes surviving much more enjoyable. It is my hope that this class will add even a little bit of color to your lives. That's all for today. Next time, we'll try a more hands-on approach to appreciating beauty. Okay, now where are you? The art room. No surprise there. They always start in their room. What a floppy pay. Everyone comes in different colors, but I like the red ones the best. Why if it isn't nobody? I have a question for you. Do you find my class difficult? It's just right for me. That's certainly good to hear. So, nobody, you chose to take on the gyms as part of your treasure hunt. That must mean you like Pokemon battles, is that correct? Oh yeah! One naturally becomes skilled at doing what they enjoy. That must be why you are so strong. Ah, do forgive me for springing such an odd question upon you so suddenly. I often find myself pondering the nature of strength these days. Anyway, thank you again for your input, nobody. You can slightly closer. We missed the hassle. Right? Yep. Hello class, it is I, Hassel, yet again. In our previous class, we discussed what beauty is. Oh, hey, Nemona's here. Penny's here. Which might have been a little boring for you. So today, I thought I would mix things up a little to pique your interest in art. Allow me to introduce our special guest. Gibble. This is Professor Gibble, the assistant lecturer for today. Okay. Now then, Professor Gibble, if you'll be so kind as to terrestrialize for us. I am. Oh, he's grass. As some of you may already know, a Pokemon can terrestrialize if you use a Terra Orb. Normally, Professor Gibble would be of the Dragon type, but terrestrializing it succeeded in changing its type. So class, what type do these lovely glistening flowers above Professor Gibble's head represent? The grass type. Excellent, Obi. Full marks on you. These beautiful flowers blooming above Professor Gibble's head show that it has now become a grass type. The shape of the Terra jewel above the Pokemon's head depends on the Pokemon's Terra type. To summarize, if an opponent's Pokemon terrestrialized during battle, observe Pokemon's Terra jewel closely to see which type it has become, and choose effective moves accordingly. It is my sincere hope that today's lecture will help you all achieve beautiful victories. The terrestrial phenomenon is indeed a fascinating and deep subject to discuss. That is it for today, class. Thank you, Professor Gibble, for your help. Go on, Gib! So Penny randomly came. It was funny seeing her. Art 3. That's Arvin. Hello, class. It is I, Hassel, yet again. I've been told that my previous lecture about terrestrial phenomenon was very well received. Thank you all for your kind words. In fact, Miss Dendra specifically requested that I impart even more battle knowledge to my students. So I've decided that today we will take another look at how Pokemon can terrestrialize. Gibble! And of course, here's Professor Gibble to help us. Now, Professor Gibble, if you would be so kind, as to terrestrialize for us, blam! Now, what do we have here? Last class we saw a grass-type terrestrialization. This time we have something of a different shape. Observe a Terra Jewel resembling a snowflake. Its dendritic shape is stunning to behold. It's a little chilly standing so close to it. So, class, what Terra type do you imagine this jewel might represent? The Ice type. Arvin, you look so weird sitting like that. You seem like you're so big for the chair that you shouldn't be sitting in it. Excellent, nobody. Full marks for you. The reason there's a snowflake shining above Professor Gibble's head is simple. It is now an Ice type. And because Professor Gibble is currently the Ice type Pokemon moves would not be very effective against him. Keep in mind, usually they would deal quadruple damage to Gibble. Now, here's some trivia about snowflakes. While snowflakes come in many different shapes and sizes, most are classified as hexagons. Just think of it. Snowflakes fall from the sky, taking similar shapes without anyone saying they must. Do you not feel the great mystery of nature? The beautiful enigma we live in? This is a bit of a tangent. But Mr. Jacques' glasses are all hexagon, aren't they? I almost got to mention that you can change a Pokemon's Terra type at the Treasure Eatery, located in Medali. Medali? I don't know. Though I must say, the cook there is a little prickly. You need to get on her good side if you want her to help. Now, come prepare for next class, because it is time for your midterm examination. Thank you for today, Professor Gibble. Go on, Gib! I think I just did 3, so that means he should be somewhere in the schoolyard. Why do you people have to be in the schoolyard? That's the biggest thing there is. It's hard to look around. Don't luckily I always keep finding them. Like so. They just stand close by. Hello there, nobody. I try to visit the schoolyard from time to time. It's good to see young ones with so much energy and vigor. I know what you mean. Do you? It's a bit of a surprise to hear you say you're one of the young ones too, you know. Master Hassel, might I have a word? You, what are you doing here? I've told you many times not to bother me here at the academy. Yet I am bound to come. Our family's future is on the paramount important. It was good speaking with you, nobody. Something important has come up, so I must excuse myself now. You have come even closer, Mr. Hassel. Let's discuss this matter elsewhere. Come. I think the starters are sleeping. Let me climb him and serve him. Oh shit, I actually can climb. I think I legitimately could. Yep. These things are actually working like things. That's surprising to see. Whee! Now if you had jumping powers, you'd be able to do that, and also the hype. Wait, it looks like you... You kind of can. A little bit. Not a lot, though, but a little bit. It's rather impressive that they did that. Nothing else around here, though. Just that. I always keep getting thrown off by her seeing her right there. Oh man, I've now lost 0.1% of my frames. I've dropped my friend left. It's been at 0.0 for a long time. This is the first time it's actually at 1 or 0.01. A 0.1, not 0.01. Alright, midterm. It's like really coming down. Like, holy shit. I do hope you're all ready because it is time for your midterm exam. Focus and do your best. And begin. What was the name of the gemstone that glows over Pokemon's head when it terrestrialized? Terra Jewel? When the answer to the question 1 is in the shape of a flower, what is to represent the grass type? What shape are most snowflakes classified as? Hexagons. Where is the eater that allows you to get a medalli? What makes something beautiful? There's no correct answer. Time is up. That is it for today's test. Pencils down, please. I would rather not have students worry about passing or failing. Hey, she's back. In my art class, but tests are tests after all. Anyway, good work everyone. You can check your results at the front desk. Holy shit! The mic might pick it up on that shit. Yeah, the 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, okay. Holy shit, it's not stopping! Hello class, it is I, Hassel, yet again. Hey, Penny's here. I'm pleased to say that everybody did very well on the midterm exams. As a reward for all of your hard work, we have a special guest visiting us today. Now then, Brassy, please come in. Greetings. I am Brassius. I'm an artist and focus exclusively on grass-type Pokemon for my work. Brassius here mainly creates three-dimensional pieces, such as statues and like. One of his major works is the installation titled "Surrendering Sunflora," found in Artisan. Many of you who've challenged the Artisan Gym are no doubt familiar with these sculptures. Yes, I do recognize some faces among your students. Hope you all understand how fortunate you are to be able to attend Hass's class. All Hass is the man who saved me when I had lost all hope and given up on myself. But he never gave up on me. I do not exaggerate when I say he is my mentor in life. Fuck. It's precisely thanks to Hass that Jesus Christ! Hass that I was able to establish my current art style. Ah, dear Brassius, I've nothing against reminiscing about old times, but today I hope you'll guide this class in a way only you can. Of course. Let's see. Why don't we discuss what Haas mentioned? Surrendering Sunflora? Can anyone here tell me what my mood was when I crafted its detached expression? I would say a sad one. But... No, completely, utterly wrong. When I made a sculpture, I had surrendered all hope. I was prepared to give up everything. I resolved to give up my life as an artist if that piece did not receive proper recognition. Hence the name Surrendering Sunflora? That's exactly it, Hess. Did I not guess correctly? I'm confused. I thought he's... Huh? Oh, my pop filter's is kind of falling off. Let me fix that then. There we go. When I started out as an artist, I experienced many hardships. I even became deathly ill and fell into a slump that drove me to desperation. I began worrying only about what would sell. I was concerned only with fame and fortune. But all my pieces during this time had no depth. They were all shallow trash. It was when that I met Haas. He helped me realize he was petty. Me realize how petty I was being. I'll spare the details. But in the end, I was able to leave all that behind. And that is also when I crafted some Sunflora. Remarkable, even I did not know the full story until now. This kind of thing is hard to tell someone, especially when they are so close to you. Now, I don't doubt your adolescents will often find your heads crowded with worries. My advice to you is simple. Be honest with yourself and do whatever your heart's desires. As long as you don't cause trouble, that is. That is all for me. I must admit I am beginning to feel a bit embarrassed, so I bid you farewell, Hess. And farewell to your pupils as well. There's a guy sitting in the other corner who I believe he's 40. And if at best you're potentially late 20s, early 30s, he's nowhere near adolescence. Oh, Brasius, I can't believe it. Such a wonderful class. Thank you so much. I didn't even hear the fucking bell. It just stopped. Oh, God. My voice kind of dipped down there, and it sounded bad. It was kind of bad. Art 5. Hello class, it is I, Hassling again. First, I'm going to apologize for losing my composure during our last class. Yeah, there's literally an old man back there. Adolescent. Bullshit. I was so touched by Brasius' story that I simply couldn't contain my emotions. I am sorry for making such a scene. I suddenly got a very stern talking to from Miss Time after that class. Yes. Anyway, let us shift gears and dive into the material for today's class. Now, have any of you heard of the 10 sites of Paldea? As the name would imply, there are 10 sites in Paldea that are considered particularly beautiful. Among them, I would say that the Grand Olive Orchard is likely the most accessible. You see field after field of olive trees from the hill on the way to Crotondo. 2 waterfalls are also counted among the 10 sites. 3 falls and Casareo Falls. Then there's a peak of Glaciadero Mountain known as Paldea's highest peak. There's another cliff at Glaciadero Mountain that's named after its rather unique shape. So let's ask you, my students, what is the name of the 3-pronged cliff on Glaciadero Mountains? No, you need to grasp at straws. I don't... I don't fucking know, my dude. If I could guess, I think something reaching would stretch out farther, though. The three-pronged cliff of Gossadillo Mountain is in fact known as Gossadillo's Grasp. Did I actually pass that? I don't know if I did. Though its shape is far too stubby to be that of a human hand, I imagine someone thought it looked like a Pokemon hand grabbing something. There's also the mountains in Area 3 of the East Province, where you can get a good look at Levincia. It is protected gorgeous at night. In fact, the view is so brilliant it is known as Million-Foot Skyline. Known as the... I heard it's quite a hotspot for dates, and deservedly so for having such a romantic view. I imagine it's... What do the kids say these days? A very... fleek selfie spot? Of course, you may feel that not all 10 sites live up to their grandiose names. How often do we visit tourist spots only to be disappointed? Not to say that you shouldn't visit them, only that you should keep your hopes in check. The important thing is to go yourself and see them in your own with your own two eyes. And sometimes my disappointing experience can be worthwhile in its own way. Take a chance. Well, that's it for today, class. Thank you for your attention. Wait, was that too soon? Yeah, what the hell? He's not here yet. What? Strange. Hello class, it is I, Hassel yet again. My, how time flies, as they say. Indeed, our time together has certainly flown by. It's hard to believe that this is our last class. Now, our topics for today may feel somewhat unrelated to art. But there's absolutely no set definition as to what art should be. Therefore, let us carry on with the discussion and see where it takes us. There are two things I wish to focus on today. Ribbons and marks. Both ribbons and marks are special honors that capture Pokemon's qualities. There will be times when Pokemon gives maximum effort or has a noteworthy experience. In recognition of its feats and accomplishments, it can be given a ribbon. To give an example, if you manage to become incredibly close to a Pokemon, it may be granted the best friends ribbon. Did I talk to that girl with Annihilate then? With 200% rage and get a ribbon then? Incidentally, there's a person in Cascarafa who will give your Pokemon a best friend ribbon. Marks, on the other hand, are mostly found on all Pokemon when you meet them for the first time. They can symbolize the character of a Pokemon, such as with the Rowdy mark or the Vigor mark. It's completely up to luck whether you run into a Pokemon with these marks. So if you're able to catch a Pokemon with a mark, rejoice at the outstanding fortune. Does anyone know what special thing you can do with Pokemon that have ribbons or marks? You can change the title, you can show them off. I mean, they're both correct. But technically you can show them off by attaching them. Well, indeed, you can show them off, but surely that's not the extent of your interest, is it? The correct answer is the Pokemon with ribbons or marks can be given titles. It's like technically you can do both. You can show it off by giving it the title and then throwing it into the battle and just showing it off. What's more, they can be sent into battle displaying a title of your choosing. Exactly, showing it off. For example, you could send out a Gibble with a best friend ribbon by declaring, "Go Gibble, the great friend." And while I know I just said that marks are generally found are already on Pokemon when you meet them for the first time, Seems that more recently, Pokemon can be awarded certain marks based on their efforts. These are marks such as Gourmand Mark, Item Finder Mark, the Partner Mark, and so on. Perhaps it might be fun to try to work out how to get each mark using its name as a clue. Well, that just wraps up my last class. Next to the final exam, please review our material closely so that you can pass on your first try. I've got a 3 homework. Dear Lord. Why? Are you here yet, Hassel? He's still not. Holy shit. Oh. Because he was in here the entire time. And I didn't notice. Fuck. Are you kidding me? Oh. Well, hello, young nobody. I'm sorry, I was lost in thought and I didn't notice your approach. I feel I must again apologize for what transpired in the schoolyard. I of course referred to how I rather suddenly had to take my leave while we were still engaged in conversation. That woman who showed up is a dragon tamer and a relative of mine, I might add. You see, I come from a very long line of trainers who specialize in dragon-type Pokemon. There was a child in our family who was expected to stand as his head and lead it to greatness. But that young lad, rebellious little fellow that he was, ran away from home one day. He made quite the show of it, too, swearing he'd make a living with music. All happened since then, and now he's the art teacher and Elite Four member before you. After I so rudely took my leave during our last conversation, my dear relative encouraged me to give up teaching and return to home at last. I've been told the current leader of my family, that is to say, my father, is in poor health. Oh, but I do apologize. Perhaps I am not cut out for teaching after all. What sort of teacher grumbles on and on at his own student? I want you to quit teaching. My dear nobody, you have no idea how much your words mean to me. Thank you. Thank you very much. You feel trusted by Mr. Hassel. That's why I couldn't fucking find him. He was just right here. Damn it all. I'm blind. I do hope you're all ready because it is time for your final exam. Focus and do your best. And begin. What's the name of the restaurant where it's called the Treasure Erie? I believe so. What is the name of the brassiest signature art? The Surrendering Sunflower. How many waterfalls are counted among the 10 sons of Paldea? I think he said 2. Where can you find the million-volt skyline? Close to Lavencia. Market Pokemon has are present when you first meet and none can be added later. No, that's false. They can be added later. Time's up. That's it for today's test. Pencils down, please. Thank you all so much for learning about art with me. The time we shared has left a mark that I will treasure, I promise you. It is my sincere wish that all of you go on to even greater, more prosperous futures. And that's that. Good work, everyone. You can receive your results from the front desk. Five out of 5 questions correct. 5 XP KNEMs. back in his art room, huh? Guy with a star. If you look at a star up the sculpture. What's a statue? Well, it could be a statue. Oh, hello there, nobody. You always seem to appear at the most crucial moments. Well, you see, Master Hassel, I'm here to collect you. So I see. I'm glad you finally made up your mind about taking your place as leader of the family. Well, it is indeed true that I have made up my mind. I've made up my mind to continue teaching here at the academy. How could you? Are you saying you don't care what happens to our proud lineage? I'm saying that I have other priorities. Have a look around at the art decorating this room, would you? The children here are letting their senses, their perspectives grow freely. I do not wish to say that protecting our family's ancient bloodline is of no importance. I simply wish to see young talent blossom and to grow into the future. It just seems so much more fun to me, if I'm being honest. What utter nonsense, and yet your fearless, unflinching commitment to that nonsensical vision proves that you are worthy of carrying the will of dragons, Master Hassel. I'll not give up. I'll come as many times as I need in order to change your mind. Oh, by all means, my door is open. I think you'll soon find you've met your match in stubbornness. You thought I could be cowed by some stories spun up by my father's deteriorating health? I'm not so easily fooled. I'll return another day. Space, was that lighting? Oh, I'm sorry I had to see all that. I was very close to resigning my post as teacher and returning to my home. But the students here gave me courage to say no. That includes you, nobody. Your words truly brought me strength. I cannot think of a way I can possibly repay my debt to you, young ones. Take this, if you will, insufficient as it may be, expressing the full breadth of my gratitude. 50 dragon terror shards. And now I got dragon terror shards, which I haven't been found yet. Now then, let us be clear at all. I, Hassel, will continue my chosen path as instructor to the use of our world. From a close bond of Mr. Hassel. And now the final one. 3 hours. Potentially making a 4-hour video. Time for home ec. Wow. So we have some energetic young ones in our class this time around. Arvin's here. That would make sense. You may call me Mr. Saguro. I really don't know. That kind of throws me off. Your time here with me will be spent obtaining knowledge and skills indispensable for daily life. Many of you have left the care of your parents to live here on your own in the Academy dormitory. I pray that the knowledge I impart to you will improve the quality of your lives and necessities, therefore, food, clothing, and shelter. Of those 3 categories, I assume the most pressuring and interesting for you all is food. When you eat sandwiches on your picnics, the HP of your party Pokemon will be restored. You also gain something called meal powers, which can provide all manner of benefits. For example, these powers can make Pokemon easier to catch or increase the experience points that your Pokemon receive. I think you'll also find that the breadth of these effects can be expanded by crafting sandwiches of superb flavor. 3 people going in sync, that's good. What's more, there's a certain something that is particularly important if you wish to receive a meal power with even more helpful effects. Let me see. Miss Nobody, tell me, what must you keep in mind to receive even more meal powers? perfectly correct, Miss Nobody. Perhaps you were already aware of this fact from having helped your family with cooking at home? Your choice of ingredients, including both fillings and condiments, is an important factor in gaining even more helpful meal powers. For example, using sweet ingredients in your sandwiches may help you gain egg power. Including numerous bitter ingredients, on the other hand, can gain you item drop power. Learning to aim for specific effects when crafting sandwiches will almost certainly make your culinary endeavors more enjoyable. Please be aware, however, that you can also receive meal powers by eating at restaurants. I must say that I would feel the utmost joy if you all learned much here in my class and came to better understand home economics. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. Oh God. Sorry about that. God, my voice. My voice. I should be in the home ec class. Welcome to the home ec classroom. I consider this to be my very own castle of sorts. Ms. Nobody from class 1A. Rumors of your activities always seem to be bombarding me from all sides. My activities? Indeed, people from all over have been talking about how strong of a battle you are and the amazing Pokemon you take along with you. You are quite the object of everyone's interest, though I imagine that may be a bother for you. The whole economic classroom is something of a place of rest for the academy students, you see. Here, they delight in sharing the latest gossip and like while enjoying a light snack. You come up quite often in those talks recently, Miss Nobody. So much so that I find myself intrigued. It is not a burden for you. I would very much enjoy having you come see me again sometime. You become fairly closer with the teacher. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I cannot say your fucking name. Oh god, it's already 8. Oh god. I suppose I should put Voltorb back. Electrode. Ball guy. Wow, wow. Put away your phones, it's time to begin class. In our last class, I believe we talked about the effects you can get from food on your picnics. You can receive meal powers and even restore HP for all the Pokemon in your party. It is truly a convenient means of healing your Pokemon. Unfortunately, as I am sure you are aware, it is not suited for use in battles when you cannot make food or when you wish to restore HP quickly. In times such as those, you should make use of healing items such as potions, which you can purchase from Pokemarts or the school store. Hey, he's back. Healing items are immediately effective and can be used anytime that you can open your bag. They are, however, consumed after one use. Potions restore 20 HP, super potions restore 60 HP, and hyper potions restore 120 HP. The pricier the item, the more HP it will restore. Keep in mind how much money you have when you are stocking up on these items. However, unforeseen happenings are an inextricable part of traveling from place to place. Imagine, if you will, the following scenario. You find yourself with injured Pokemon, but you have no potions, you are out of sandwich ingredients, and there are no Pokemon centers nearby. Tell me, nobody. What should you search for when in perilous situations with no way to heal your Pokemon? Item on the ground. Perfectly correct, Miss Nobody. I see you are well learned in survival techniques. If you see something shiny on the ground, it is actually an item that has been dropped there. You may be able to find restorative items such as an orange berry or a potion in this way. You can use the R button to send out your Pokemon to pick up such items as well. And then there are berries, of course. Berries, by the way, aren't like items from shops. If you let your Pokemon hold one, it will decide on its own when to eat the berry during battle. Letting your Pokemon decide this timing for itself can be quite interesting. At any rate, if you find yourself in need of healing, I suggest you look around for shining items in the ground. If you can't find such items, there are other methods you may employ for healing. But I see the bell demand the topic wait. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. I actually got all the badges. I should really check the Deli Bread presents to see what's the last shit we get. Considering every item sold is just tied to badges, so basically I have them all, so every item should be available. I should do that before I end the episode as well. Of course, I'm probably just gonna check normal items in the store and then the battle items in the Deli Bread at the Deli Bread presents. Probably gonna look at the others off screen because it's just gonna be like more added items. Like probably like choice specs and choice bands at separate locations. Put away your phones, it's time to be in class. In my last class, I taught about HP restoration. However, after class, I was asked by several of you about power points, commonly known as PP. When a Pokemon loses all of its HP, it faints and can no longer battle. What then happens when a Pokemon that loses all of its PP? It can't use moves. Perfectly correct, Miss Nobody. Perhaps you know this from first-hand experience? When a Pokemon runs out of PP, it can no longer use its moves. However, each move has its own store of PP, so you can mitigate PP loss by using a variety of moves rather than just one move repeatedly. If a Pokemon loses all PP for its moves, it will only be able to use Struggle, and actually also damage the Pokemon that uses it. In order to avoid this predicament, PP can be restored at Pokemon Centers alongside with HP. Items such as Ethers and Max Ethers can also be used to restore PP. Be careful not to confuse potions with Ethers in the heat of battle. However, Ethers are not sold at shops, so you should use them judicially if you find them. The stronger the move, the lower its maximum PP. Do not waste uses of these moves unless you wish to quickly run out of PP. It is important to find balance in Pokemon's set of moves. As you can see, HP isn't the only thing you must keep an eye on while adventuring with Pokemon. I hope that you will all take care of to ensure that your partner Pokemon can perform at their best as you each engage in the treasure hunt. Our time together has come to an end for today. Our next meeting will be an examination day. Be sure to review well in preparation. Oh, back on 0 frames because I've been streaming for so long. Wait, was it? Oh no, I thought I said 0.6. I'm like, did I miss it? I'll make midterms. Mr. Sug. The time has come to test how well you all have learned here in my class. Let's begin before the information simmering in your brain from a last-minute cramp session fades. Which effect not in increasing? It's not an effect in affecting meal increasing speed. Which of the following affects the kinds of meal powers received from a particular meal? Very kind of us. Number of people and utensils don't mean shit. Which of the following berries can restore HP? Orin. Lendra wanted his Pokemon to decide on its own when to use its item in battle, so he gave it an Orange Berry. This will work as he hopes? Probably not. When a move runs out of PP, it can no longer be used. If a Pokemon runs out of PP for all of its moves, it can only sit there in frustration. I mean, you had me going until that last step. Only sit there in frustration. It struggles. Time for unless it actually is what you mean. In which case, the fuck? Time for answering questions has come to an end. Please stop writing. Hope you are all able to give the examination everything you had. Please remember to ask for your scores at the front desk before leaving for the day. How many did I get? 4 or 5. I don't know which one I got wrong then. I'll make 4. Wait, I don't think I spoke to him a second time, did I? Yeah, I don't think I did. Put away your phones. It's time to be in class. Though some of you had to retake the midterm exam multiple times, I'm glad to see that the majority of the class passed without issue. I feel honored to see the knowledge and skills indispensable for daily life has taken root in all of you. I trust you will all work just as hard as your life skills in the second half of our course as well. Let us now turn our attention to the topic of the day, which was inspired by a question I received on the subject of meal powers. The student who asked this question is a young man who enjoys the culinary arts. He tells me that he regularly researches culinary techniques on his own and pays careful attention to the ingredients he uses. He also spends day and night studying all aspects of the culinary arts. Yet despite this, he is baffled by his inability to increase the effectiveness of his meal powers. So tell me, Miss Nobody, since you did quite well on the midterm exam, what should this young man do to increase the effectiveness of meal power? Then? No, you should make more food for other people. Perfectly correct. I see that you are knowledgeable about the culinary arts. To increase your effectiveness of meal powers, your sandwiches must be filled with many different ingredients. For a single person, this may prove difficult, but if you prepare a sandwich with others, you will be able to handle a larger serving of bread. With a larger base to start with, it becomes quite simple to add more ingredients to your sandwich, which in turn makes it possible to see meal powers of increased effectiveness. This applies more broadly as well when dealing with a difficult issue, working with others to solve. That issue may be the best course of action. I'm sure that Arvin will likewise work with friends to craft his sandwiches in the future. Oh. Ahem. The idea of the male student is a matter of privacy, so I ask that you do not pry too deeply. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. So I see, Arvin was at least supposed to be in that class, that specific class, because he spoke about him. He's in the cafeteria now. Sorry, I forgot to come to you earlier. Kind of forgot about you. Hello, Miss Nobody of Class 1A. It has been some time since we last met. Are you here to eat as well? Yeah, I'm starving. Ha! Excellent. You shouldn't battle an empty stomach. I myself am here to survey the student cafeteria, let's say. I am observing the nutritional content of the food that our students partake of on a regular basis. One item on the menu here that I am particularly interested in in is the peanut butter sandwich. It is sweet and quite delicious. Yep, perhaps I'll order one right now. Look, it's Mr. Saguro. He's fashionable and cool. I guess the teacher comes to the cafeteria too, huh? Do you think he'll have an egg sandwich? No, he gets anything here. It'll definitely be something spicy, like the 5-alarm sandwich. Oh, he's so cool. He'll definitely get that wild and spicy 5-alarm sandwich. Could I have a 5-alarm sandwich? I do enjoy the thrill of spicy food. No, the peanut butter sandwich. Yes. You just have the peanut butter sandwich, Miss Nobody? I suppose I shall have to try it. Try one if you insist. Whew! Saved him! He was being pressured into one. That was close. I almost forced myself to order something spicy. My least favorite of flavors. I thank you for restraining me, Miss Nobody. It seems that the students tend to view me as a fashionable and cool, or even, dare I say it, exuding a sort of brooding strength. I have a habit of acting in such a way so as not to destroy their image of me. I show my true colors to you just now without thinking. Please keep this a secret between us. You came in closer, Mr. Sug. Get the peanut butter sandwich, you Nimrod. Don't do it. Oh shit, I got enough to trigger him again? Also, I guess you can stack them, and it doesn't take much to do it. Ah, Miss Nobody. There's something that I would very much like to ask you for your help with. Can I help? Well, you see, I don't want anyone to overhear this, but I hear rumors of an incredibly sweet condiment that exists somewhere in the Paldean region. I absolutely must experience that arboreal sweetness for myself. You're the only one who knows of my insatiable sweet tooth, thus I have no one else I can turn to for help in this matter. I cannot go looking for this condiment myself, lest I destroy the image students have on me. I will pay you for your troubles, of course. Give it some thought if this piques your interest. In the meantime, I'll gather what information I can about this incredibly sweet condiment. I will share what I find with you as soon as I have more detailed information. You feel trusted. You're seeing all the teachers out and about now. Okay, double checking just to be sure. I guess it was after home ec class 4, but you still cannot complete it unless you do the final exam, though. Such weird. 1 and 3. So it keeps going up by 2 then. And then the last one you can't get until you complete the final exam. Just pretty sure. That'd be weird if you were able to get to him before the final exam. Put away your phones. It's time to begin class. While you're out performing fieldwork with one of your Pokemon walking alongside you, have you ever noticed changes in his correlation? Now, I don't mean that it suddenly becomes a shiny Pokemon or any nonsense like that. I'm speaking of it becoming filthy. Pokemon battle, they get hurt by moves and used against them. You get battered by wind and rain. You get covered in sand and mud. They get, in a word, filthy. I've seen many a trainer walking about with their adorable little Pokemon without addressing this issue. It is deplorable. Let me ask you this question of someone who I am sure would not tolerate such shameful conduct. Oh yes, Miss Nobody. What should you do if your Pokemon gets dirty? I do nothing. Not you clean it up. Perfectly correct. I knew I could count on you to provide me with such an answer. When your Pokemon are dirty, clean them. This is, of course, a simple common sense. While you are having a picnic, you can approach the Pokemon on your team and perform a variety of actions. Of such action is putting them through what I call the Pokemon wash. In other words, you are able to clean them up. You start by getting your sponge lathered up with soapy bubbles as you gently and carefully scrub your Pokemon. Once your Pokemon is nice and covered in soapy bubbles, the bubbles will encapsulate the filth. Then you simply wash it away with a spray of water. This will get your Pokemon clean and shining, bright as a Terra Jewel. It is certainly quite a bit of work, but this will also restore HP and cure status conditions. However, some Pokemon may have parts of their bodies that don't want scrubbed or that would rather not get wet. Be sure to keep this in mind when you're cleaning your Pokemon. Now, the most important point that I must mention that some Pokemon like to be dirty. Though I will contradict myself by saying this, please do remember that cleaning your Pokemon is not always the kind of thing to do. Our time together here has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. Home X 6. 340, oh god. This is gonna be a 4-hour video, so well, there's a few things I could just get out of the way, then I'll be like, fuck it, might as well just put them here. Put away your phones, it is time to begin our last class together. Home economics is the study of life necessities. But looking back at our time together, I realized that I focused almost entirely on food. I hope it is not too late to shift to a discussion of clothing, although another necessity in our last class. As I'm sure you are aware, our academy has an air of freedom about it. We provide uniforms for each season to accommodate the diverse climate of Paldea. However, students are free to wear whichever style they wish whenever they please. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing the winter one. You should also have received 4 sets of tops and bottoms, one each for spring, summer, fall, and winter, when the academy accepted you. If, by chance, you are not aware of this, you may wish to pursue your wardrobe. As long as you wear our school uniforms, the rest of the ensemble need to be school issued. This includes your bag or your hat, if you choose to wear one. You are even free to style your hair however you wish. Mr. Salvatore's hairstyle, for example, would almost certainly have been against school rules when I was a boy. That reminds me. There's one more thing you all like to decorate, which, I must say, I find quite charming. Them phones? Perfectly correct. That's the adorable little thing I was speaking of. Oh, it's interesting. This interests me so. I must admit that I am fascinated by Rotom phones and how to customize them. What's that? Very intriguing. There's a shop called Delibird Presents where you can purchase cases for your Rotom phones. I thank you for that useful bit of information. I shall have to go myself first thing tomorrow to get an adorable case of my own liking. Forgive me, I seem to have gotten a little carried away with this small talk. Ahem. As this class known as Home Economics nears its end, I offer these final words to you who have been honing everyday life skills with me. My field of study is not so decisive as the likes of mathematics, or, for instance, where test scores might play a part of deciding your future. However, as you go on to cook for yourselves, to take care of your Pokemon, to decide what to wear in the morning when you awaken, I would be honored if what I taught you serves to smoothen out and enrich your lives, even if only a little. This sentiment was imparted to me by Mr. Hassel in his particular outlook on such matters. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for seeing this class through to the end. Our time together has come to a close for today. Prepare to do your best in the final exam. Let's see. I thought I just like a teacher somewhere, but nope. Time for the last class. Fucking hell, this took so long to do. And these rewards are practically not really worth it. Except history. That's the only thing you really need to do then. The time has come to test how well you have learned in my class. Let's begin before the information simmering in your brains. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Which of the following meal powers makes it easy to come across any Pokemon? Sparking power. Which of the following is not an effective egg power? Makes the egg hatch. Helps hatch strong Pokemon. What is a simple yet important tactic for increasing the effectiveness of meal powers? Make food with friends. What is the correct action to take when your double Pokemon become dirty? Pokemon Dash. Yeah, let's play that game. The question about the academy rules. Should you change your uniform tops and bottoms to properly match each season? As far as I know, it doesn't matter. The time for answering question has come to an end. Please stop writing. I made the questions a little easier than I planned to. As always, of saying thank you for informing me about run-on phone cases. I trust that you all gave this exam everything you had so that you will not have to retake it. Please remember to ask your scores at the front desk. Blah, 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 blah. Get scores at front desk. Power 5. 5 XP candy M's. Now finished all the classes and passed all of their exams. I have this for you from Direct Clavel. 5 XP candies XLs. I mean L's. Now you can focus on the efforts of your treasure defense. Be careful out there. Clavel's still not talking to me yet. I got him to talk to me like twice. That's not all I got. There goes my voice again. There's nobody about that matter with which I need your help. I've discovered the name of the incredibly sweet condiment. It's called Sweet Herba Mystica. If you should find it during the course of your treasure hunt, I'll be grateful if you would share some with me. Oh, wow. I didn't do that. Wow, there's 2 left hanging now. But that one, which requires me to, I'm pretty sure to get 6-star rates. Oh dear lord. I didn't think he actually would require me to go grab something, but he actually did. That's impressive. I didn't think he would. So honestly, home ec and history. I'm not sure about home ec still. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. What's new here? Oh, giant terror shards, isn't it? Yep. Where's the mirror coat? No. Might as well use these all, alright? This is 7. 59. 60. 60. 61. 61. 61. I think I just skipped you. Might as well use all these now. How much experience are you getting? 10,000. That's all the candies. Yeah, I think I'll just go even stronger. That took way longer than I thought, honestly. Oh shit, that thing turns quickly. I was not expecting to do that. Wait, I forgot I don't have to hold it. I just hit it. Wait, did I go too far? No. Suck it. I can now get on top of you. You can't stop me. What the fuck? How long is this ladder here? Why am I able to just climb on top of this roof? I get the team for Electro Ball. Okay, doke then. Oh. Oh yeah, that's funny. It literally prevents you from falling. Potion, Super Potion, High Potion, Max Potion, Full Resource, Pokeballs, Great Balls, Ultra Balls, Heal Ball, Net Ball, Repeat Ball, Nest Ball, Luxury Ball, Dive Ball, Quick Ball, Dust Ball, Timer Ball, Agile, Burn Heal, Icy Awakening, Paralyze Heal, Full Heal, Revive, Pokédoll. That's it. Okay. Let's just look at general creds. Anything new? No, that's just it. Damn. Well. Anyway, let's... Actually, no, wait, hold on. There's still one more thing I forgot. Because it's such a random thing that I wouldn't think of about doing it. Until I accidentally saw it. Fly home. Why can I do this? Well, I suppose like having fun in the cabinet help you still making sure to eat plenty of veggies now that you're in school dumps. You know, I actually thought of some great recipes for you. This is sandwiches full of bursting with delicious nutrients and rich vegetables. You gotta make vegetable sandwiches. These recipes to good use, okay? You want a daily meal. I think that's all she gives. I'm gonna exit and enter it real quick. Yep, okay, that's all she says. So I can just end the episode there.